Hello there. Welcome to this episode of the podcast, the Millennails Show podcast. That's the former name we've been going by. But we've been discussing different names between Joe and I. We don't know. We might change the name. Doesn't really matter. The name's not important. So for now, we'll go with the Millennials Show podcast. This episode of the podcast, I got on with me one of my friends. His name's Kyle Snage. He's a work friend. I met him through my job at the community TV station that I work at, and he does a lot of video editing and stuff like that. But he's beneath that. There's a lot more to him. So I brought him on the podcast. Thought it would go good, and it did. It went good. It sparked up really quickly. We had a great conversation talking about the meaning of human existence, different ways of thought, what's the right way, from augmented reality to meditation to VR goggles, to socialism. We went all around the table, talked about our own experiences so far in life, and kind of reflecting on kind of what we think is the best thing that we could be doing as human beings. We didn't really, conclude anything as usual, which you're not supposed to. There's just a bunch of questions, and we accept that. That's part of being alive. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode of the podcast. We didn't do an intro on the podcast, so that's why I'm doing it right now, alone in my room in Africa, to kind of give him an introduction, to know kind of where we started. So we just started talking. I thought that would be a better form of, getting things started. He came down here. He's never been here before, so I wanted to make him as comfortable as possible. That's what it's all about. So without further ado, here's the podcast. Hope you enjoy it. Welcoming Kyle Snage. We'll just start talking. We don't have to do an intro.
Oh, is it going?
Yeah, we're all set. Wow.
I
can edit it. We can talk about whatever we want. If you say something you don't like, I'm going to light an incense.
All right, light the incense.
You can try. We can do a... You got to listen to Duncan Trussell. That's who you got to listen to. The Duncan Trussell Family Hour. If you got notes, write that down. Yeah. DTFH. You haven't listened?
I've heard a few of them.
Have you listened? You've heard Duncan talk with Joe?
Yeah, I just haven't heard as many as the Rogan Experience. But yeah.
No.
Oh, him on the Rogan? Yeah, I've heard him on there.
Yeah.
They're some of my favorite.
Yeah, dude, he's hilarious,
ones.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, what I think is great about the podcast is that I always have thought education is super important, but in the schools, they tend to just dry it out, They just, I don't know very many people who say I just love going to class.
No, I didn't. I never liked it. Well, especially in college, I didn't like it.
Exactly, but you like information.
Yes.
You strike me as someone, I don't know you that well yet, but you strike me from the get-go as someone who just likes to know things and is curious and not...
I do a lot of reading on my own.
Exactly. What do you like? What do you read, man?
That's what I did in college, at least. My roommates always saw me on my computer all the time.
And you were just reading and shit?
Yeah.
Or,
trying to learn myself. Oh, anything. Oh... Just a lot of the news, really.
You into the media? What? Okay, so what?
Well, that was my degree, yeah, media.
Right. Well, what made you decide to get into that? I'm curious about that.
So that started in high school.
Yeah.
I did the school news show.
Okay.
We had a live news show.
Yeah.
I don't know if Oxford had that, but Lake Orion did.
Yeah, I wasn't involved in it at Oxford. I was involved in something in 8th grade, which was my middle school.
Yeah,
news.
we had that too.
And it's funny because I just now realized this. I was the sports guy there.
Okay, yeah.
That's fucking wild.
Yeah, we
man.
had that too, 8th grade. Yeah, media class.
Yeah, I didn't notice that because now I'm the sports guy at OCTV.
Yeah.
Which, goddamn, I hate sports. Isn't that weird? But
you're always there.
I'm always there because it's better than... We were talking about it the other day. It's so much better than just the regular working world, man.
Oh, yeah.
Working at OCTV is a privilege. It really is.
It's actually pretty nice.
It is. It's great.
Compared to most jobs that you can get in this.
Well, we come in at, 10?
Yeah. I'm at 10.
We got great... The bosses are really nice.
I can't complain about that.
You
can't
complain.
You
can come in and you can smell like pot.
It
it doesn't matter. because they don't even
No
know what
comment.
pot is, you know? No, they're not gonna, no one's gonna hear that, but like, you're all like, shit, Bill's listening to this right now.
Probably.
Right
I
now.
think he has his ear to the ground on this, yeah.
But,
No, it's really laid back.
it's super
Most
laid.
jobs you get are not going to be like that.
No, definitely not. I mean, I haven't had a job where like it's like super gung ho. Besides Meyer, I worked at Meyer for like a little bit,
Meyer.
and that was awful.
Sounds soul draining.
It was. I lasted 3-4 weeks, man, and I was just like, no thanks.
I bet. Like doing bagging.
I was stocking shelves at night. My brother and I, we thought that this would be a great idea. We like to stay up late, and I remember we were comparing it to fucking the night at the museum, like thinking that we were gonna be like these night guards, you know, with flashlights, you know.
Oh, security?
I don't know, dude. Like we were just. I remember we signed up. We're like, oh, dude, we could work the night shift at Meyer. Dude, why doesn't everyone do that? We're gonna make so much money, and like we were so ignorant and completely just out of touch with how it was really gonna be. And we got there, and it was full of like 40-year-old people who were just beaten down by the system.
Oh,
just
yeah.
so negative.
Oh, whoa.
I don't know what that was. Let me just check that out.
Security warning.
See, we can edit all this shit out, man.
Oh, you can't do editing. It's not allowed.
No, yeah, I won't.
You never edit.
I want to see what this was.
People like to hear the Windows warning sounds.
Well, I will leave all that shit up.
Virus detected. Oh yeah, it's hard to find a good job nowadays, for sure.
It's terrible. And we were talking about or who was I talking with this about? It was on another podcast with my buddy Luke, and how, you know, those golden age syndrome older people who just they're all about pull yourself up by your own bootstraps. That's how Joe Rogan says it. You hear that, like, you know, you get out of high school and you're supposed to support yourself.
Yeah.
Or you're supposed to get a job and just do that same thing that everybody does, which is get out of high school, get a job, put yourself through school, expect you to pay like a car bill, pay a college bill, pay for food, pay for dorms, or, you know, your parents will help you. They got financial aid, but they expect you to, like, you know, do okay in this world without a college
there's
degree.
an expected pattern to our culture, and I used to buy into that a lot. I think in high school, I mean, I always was on the honor roll. Yeah, my parents are teachers too, so there was always that pressure to do well, which isn't a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing at all. That's a good thing.
You always thought that you needed to be on the honor roll. Yeah, get your extracurriculars in. Yeah, do NHS, which I did.
Oh my god, man, you were a tight-laced kid.
You gotta be you gotta do the right things, you know.
Oh man,
service hours, which everybody had to do, but when I went to college, I wanted to go, like you were saying earlier, I wanted to go into media, right? Because I did the TV show at the high school, the live news show, and so I went to Michigan State, right, and I wanted to get a degree in media, telecommunications. Okay, but actually, first I had a degree in journalism.
Well, see, that's
for my freshman year.
Yeah.
But I quickly started to not like it.
Why is that?
It was boring. I don't know. And I didn't really know what I wanted to do, I don't think.
Yeah. See, I've thought on the lines of journalism many times, but like,
it's hard to commit to one thing, I think, for me. Especially at 18. I didn't really know who I was.
Yeah.
And I still kind of don't, but
I can relate to that, not knowing still. Like, there's so many things you can do.
Well, you're expected to know it, 18?
Yeah,
when you graduate high school?
They expect you to have, like you said, 4.0 or just a little bit, you know, it's okay.
A's and B's.
A's and B's. Yep. And to be involved in all these extracurricular activities and be passionate about something by the time you get out.
And know what you're going to do for sure.
Yeah.
At 18.
Be an adult. And it's like, I don't know a single kid. I might know one kid. One of my best friends is probably like that in a close way. But very few people are ready at that age.
Yeah, there's some people that know, but like it's hard. I've been thinking about this. Like our culture puts you on a path where like all your decisions, they're kind of in a way set. Is that, you hear that?
It's probably it's from your phone or your iPad. It's this right here is what it is.
Oh, let's move that. No,
we're good.
It just seems like you get in this pattern of like, you pick your career at 18, go to college, and you start taking your classes, and you're paying the money for the credit hours, and then it's hard to switch your major. I think it's hard to switch your major at a certain point because you have all these classes under your belt, you know, and if you want to switch your field, it gets difficult to do that because you have so much momentum built up.
Yeah, you think, well, I wasted all my time already.
You're wasting your time and money, and so why would you want to quit at that point?
Yeah, totally.
And I don't know. It's just hard to like be flexible in your ideas because
it's a sickness. It's a sickness in like this whole outlook that they try to feed you with from such a young age, with that it's like a competitive thing. Like you have to, like you said, you try to get out and you're like, oh shit, man, I already put all this money towards it, and then you're looking at the people next to you, and you're like, you're comparing yourself to your classmates and to people, your friends, your
so
peers.
Much competition.
It's all a competition, even if you say it's not. Like, it's a competition. What are you doing with your life?
This is a constant resume building. I hate it.
I hate it.
That really got to me. Plus, all the classes at college, it seems like when kids go to college, it's so what's the word, like anonymous. I don't know. All my classes were like 600 kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what the word is for that, but it's like
impersonal.
Exactly. Yeah.
All my lectures.
See, I've only gone to like Oakland Community College, and it's not like that, and it's great.
Oh, it's more one-on-one, I guess.
It's a great. I love it there. Like I've definitely had some teachers that I'm just like, you should belong in a high school or a middle school, like teaching. But then I've had some teachers where it's like, man, you could be teaching at some top schools, and instead you're doing this thing where you're putting yourself out there for kids who can't afford to go to those schools.
Yeah. And
you're doing a great thing. I know this. I have this teacher right now. He's my philosophy teacher, and dude, he has changed my life.
Oh yeah.
In so many ways. Yeah, I'm changing my major to fucking philosophy because of this guy. Yeah, because I've been going to school for 3 years, and I'm like, I'm just taking all these normal classes. Like I've taken, all these astronomy, sociology, psychology, anthropology. I'm just taking a broad perspective approach on it, which has been great. But it's like everyone's got these other things that they're going for, and I found that a lot of the kids in these classes are either upset that they're there and they have to take it because they think that, or because of their major. Their major tells them, you got to take this class, and they don't understand why.
Prerequisites. Yeah.
It's like a requirement or something like that, which is, there's no point in them taking that if they don't want to take it.
Yeah, they make you.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's such a fucked situation, because I think it would better them if they would like it. Like the more broad perspective you have in this world, the better. But like the more classes you take, if you actually take that class and like it, or the more books you read, or the more documentaries you watch, or movies you watch, or podcasts you listen to.
Well, that definitely helps.
It helps
figuring out what you like to learn.
Exactly.
You don't really get that in the public school system, though.
No, exactly. And another thing, we're talking about like high school.
Yeah, high school.
They expect you. God, high school is such
a different world than the real life.
And they really sell high school as like this. If you're not doing good in high school, you really fucked up. Like you missed your window.
Oh yeah.
They sell it like that. Like if you didn't do
one shot.
Yeah, this is your one opportunity to do well. And if you didn't get a good score on your SAT or
ACT, yeah.
ACT score, then you're fucked.
I did pretty well, but I mean, I can see I was kind of locked into the just mindless drone, do your homework, sit there, listen to the teacher talk.
Well, there's a lot of kids like that.
Regurgitate your information on the Scantron.
Right.
And then forget it all.
Right. Well, there's a lot of kids that did well, and they're actually smart.
Yeah.
And you're one of them. And I know one of my friends, Schluter, that was the kid that I was talking about, that probably got out of high school and knew what he wanted to do in some way. Yeah. I mean, dude, type A personality across the board. But then there's a lot of those kids who they just do good because they're supposed to. You know what I mean?
That's probably kind of me.
Really? You think so? I think you probably did good because.
What do you mean by you're supposed to?
They just do it. They just like, I'm more like, there's like, we have this saying of like, you're either a fuck you kind of guy, or you're like a follower, or
like straight and narrow, like you were saying.
Yeah, you're straight and narrow, but like it's okay. Like you can become a fuck. Like I'm looking at fuck you kind of guys.
I always look down on those kids.
Really?
In high school.
As the fuck you kind of guys?
I think because my parents were teachers, yeah.
Yeah,
there's always those kids that, smoke the dope and don't go to class.
Yeah, totally. And, out of most of those kids probably end up working in the factory.
Yeah.
But out of 100 of those kids, one of them might fucking come up with this record deal.
Oh, yeah.
And change his music. Or write a book on philosophy, or write a book on psychology.
For sure.
Completely out of nowhere, and where he just didn't go to school, and he's just... And that mentality of being a fuck you kind of guy was a great thing for him. And I looked at myself as a fuck you kind of guy because I did terrible.
Were you bored in school?
I
think that's a big part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not really engaging. You just sit in your desk all day.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's like in high school, like we said, like most of us aren't mature enough at that point to really take it
That's
seriously.
part of it. Yeah.
Or you just do it because you're supposed to, or you do it because, and then there's some kids who are mature enough. You might be one of those kids who just was mature enough and liked school. Like, did you enjoy learning, or did
I guess I was more into school though than the social aspect though.
Exactly.
So I guess I missed out on some parts of it,
it's
like
just
the partying
it's
and like
such a counter. Well, see, I didn't party though either.
You didn't? Okay,
no. Yeah. See, I just didn't. I just did what I wanted, and but then when I came back, see, I got lucky. And I say, like, you know, they sell it as if you don't do good in high school, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Well, like, I don't. That is so not true, because like I got out of high school, and then I took a year off.
Gap year.
I took it
very European of you.
And a lot of people were like saying, like, careful with that gap year, man. Like, if you don't go to school your first year, a lot of people told me you're never gonna go.
I did hear that before, yeah.
I've heard that, and I was like, no, I just need some time to think. You know, I don't know what I want. And that whole year I spent reading. I spent that whole year reading and listening, just listening to either my dad talk about different things, or my different peers talk about things that they're into. Because all my peers I found did good in school. That was what was strange about it.
Interesting.
Like, I didn't hang out with the fuck you kids that were smoking weed behind the school, and so I hung out with kids who got straight A's, and I just didn't get straight A's. You know, like I always like liked things. I just didn't like the system of schooling.
Yeah, like testing.
I still don't like testing, but what I found is when I went back to college, I did great. I get good grades now in school. Like in college, I get good grades, and it's not because I'm supposed to. It's because I like what I'm learning, and it just happens. You know what I mean?
If you like it, yeah.
Yeah,
you gotta
like,
be interested.
Exactly. Like my philosophy professor was talking to us, and he's like, "Listen, guys, like fucking grades are bullshit." And this is a professor talking. He's like, you'll find that if you actually take school seriously and like it, and like get into these things and discuss with your peers and with your professors, and you buddy up with them, and you argue with them. He like really encourages arguing with your professor and stuff like that. Yeah. He's like, you'll find you're gonna get A's even if you don't try to. He's like, you're gonna do well because you're a smart person. And I think that's something that we miss on a grand scale. Like, it's just most kids don't see that.
Well, that's better than high school. You can engage with the professor more, I think.
Exactly. Yeah, because like
more relaxed.
In a high school, like a professor has like 7 classes a day, depending on your school. So he's got so many kids.
That's true.
And they expect you to like jump from subject to subject, you know, 7 times in a day.
It's such an old system.
It is.
I've watched a lot of TED videos on this.
TED Talks?
Yeah, like how school was built like in 1890s. It's like an 1890s format, factory format.
Totally.
You go class to class.
Yeah.
Like going shift to shift.
Yeah.
The bell rings, you go to your next department.
Yeah, and it's like history. I expect you to like fucking love history right now. Okay, the bell rings, it's time to fucking love English, you know? It's like, it's so unnatural for a human.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter if you like it or not. You go to.
Yeah, it's hard to get into it because you're supposed to change constantly.
Yeah.
And that's not natural, I don't think.
And the homework.
And the homework.
And I did AP classes, which are ridiculous.
See, you're
tons of homework.
You're a type A personality. That's what you are. See, I didn't know that until now. Like, this is the first time we sat down and like really discussed. You're that type A personality.
I was just trying to do good for my resume, though.
But
I bought into that, you know.
You bought into it, but it might not. I don't know. Don't sell yourself short, because you said you had parents who were teachers, which they're probably good parents then in a way.
Good parents, yeah.
You know, they probably wanted you to do well in school because they realized that helped you in the long run, right?
I guess it does help in the long run.
Totally.
I feel like I've learned a lot on my own though, outside of school. Maybe that's what annoys me.
But it shouldn't annoy you. Like, look at life. I had this lady tell me one time. She was like a teacher, and she said that she looks at life as like a classroom.
Yeah.
Like, everything you do, like right now, this is fucking class.
Oh, no.
Like we're but don't look
tardy, oh no.
No, but like there's no rules, man. Like, you're just fucking learning, and you're just sharing, and it's just human interaction constantly. And every single person that you meet is going to have an impact on you, either in a negative way or in a positive way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're all constantly learning, for sure.
Exactly. Like, even when you get in that cycle, like at work, where you're like doing the same thing, you go in every day, you press record, or you read your script and you write your script, like, it gets kind of mundane. Like, oh God, dude, there's no way I'm learning from this. But you're probably taking something away subconsciously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Probably.
You just gotta, I don't know, you gotta have, gets back to that positive outlook. You know what I mean? But
right.
I don't know. It's a fucked situation, definitely. Just the society that we live in is.
But it's fucked.
It's the competitive part. You know what I mean?
Just overall.
Overall, like, as basic as you can say it, like, it's all about competition.
I think Ari Shaffir said it right the first time. Life's kind of like the Hunger Games.
Yeah, man, dude. Ari Shaffir's the shit, man. That guy's hilarious.
That's kind of true, too, though.
Yeah, totally. Dude, man. You remind me of Ari Shaffir, in a way.
Ari Shaffir?
Is that how you say his name?
I'm not a Jew, so.
You're not a Jew? You're not a Jew?
I'm not a Jew.
Bo-Rat, man? Oh, hell yeah.
I used to do that all the time.
Fuck
Very nice.
Yeah.
I'm not a Jew.
Oh, dude, I just watched a video of him last night. We went after the game. We went to the bar with Dan
Dan,
and Bill bought us all drinks.
With Bill?
Well, Bill was there singing karaoke. He's singing Sinatra.
Interesting. Oh yeah, he does that.
He does that. It was at what is it called?
The Ox?
No, it was that Irish pub downtown.
Oh yeah, Sullivan's.
Sullivan's, yeah. And I came home and there was like some Bo-Rat shit on like my YouTube feed.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's a throwback.
See that guy.
That was funny.
That guy's smart as shit.
Oh yeah, he's way different than his character when you see him. It's amazing.
And behind all of his, like, if you've seen Bo-Rat, Bruno, have you seen Bruno?
Yeah, I did.
Bruno's great. Bruno. Those are his two masterpieces, if you ask me. But like, he's in this character, and he's just a terrible person. But he's like doing that to get these regular day people to show this just evil side of society. You notice that? Like, where like he's showing homophobia in Bruno, he's showing how far behind we are as far as homosexuals go.
Right.
And he's making these senators uncomfortable, and and he's just, and sometimes he goes too far, but oh my God.
He pushes it for sure.
He's pushing the envelope.
That's good though.
That's brilliant. Like, if you see that with like
I don't think we'll see it again, but
not with him.
He can't do it anymore. Yeah.
No, because people know he's commercial now.
Yeah.
Too. Have you noticed like his movies coming out, or like
he has new ones coming out?
Well, he had that one come out,
The Dictator.
Yeah. And that was a commercial movie.
I didn't see it because I thought it wouldn't be the same.
It wasn't.
It's Borat.
You don't need to see it. You don't. It's nothing like Borat. Yeah, you can put it right there on the table. Yeah, it's nothing like Borat. And then he came out with another one like last year.
Oh, okay.
Did you see?
I didn't even know that. No.
It was like an action film. I didn't see it.
Like British in the Britain.
Probably he is. Isn't he?
Britain market.
He's British, right?
Yeah.
So like he sold out. But I don't know if he sold out. Like, he can't do that anymore with his characters. His first one was like that Ali G. You see Ali G? Where he was like that.
Booyakasha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen that in so long. Is that anywhere close to Bo-Rat and Bruno?
It's different, yeah.
Is it as good?
I forget what he's like. It's as good, yeah. He has an interview with like Trump, I saw.
Really?
Yeah, he wears shades in
He
wears shades in like a jumpsuit.
Yeah. I saw that on YouTube.
He goes, right. I forget what he does, but
so he's just making these people. He's making
people uncomfortable. Yeah,
that's great.
Or awkward.
I love that kind of humor.
Yeah,
I love that. I saw. You know who Joaquin Phoenix is?
Oh yeah.
Did you see that movie that he was? I'm Still There, or I'm Not. What was it called?
Oh, you know what? No, when he had like that weird moment.
Yeah,
he was doing that character for a long time.
He came out as like that. He was like, he used his actual name. Yeah. And his celebrity. And he said, like, I'm done acting. Like, and he's this great actor. He just got done doing the Johnny Cash movie, Walk the Line.
Right, I seen that.
Yeah, that's a good movie. And he's a good actor. And he comes out and says that he's done acting. He fucking hates it. He tells all his colleagues this. And there's like one person. It was Casey Affleck. That
Casey.
Casey Affleck, who was making the movie with him, that he was joking. And they made this documentary. It's like a mockumentary, kind of like Borat. Where they're like capturing what happens in society when this guy, who everyone expects one thing from him, completely goes another way. He said he was doing like a hip hop career.
Oh, okay.
And he like got in touch with like P Diddy. He started like hanging out with P Diddy and like trying to get a record going.
All a part of the show.
But P Diddy didn't know about it. Like, the only people that knew about it were like Casey Affleck and maybe a few of his friends. Okay. I don't even know if his friends knew about it, but like, they were just kind of experimenting, and the movie like completely bombed.
Yeah, what was it like? A comedy? What were they going for?
It was like a dark comedy.
Dark.
Man. Yeah, it was pretty dark. It was weird. Like, he was like
he missed the.
He missed the board. Like, it wasn't like, some people probably just felt uncomfortable with it. I thought it was completely interesting. Like, I loved it, and it was super weird. It was a super weird movie, but like.
Yeah, some on Letterman. Yeah.
On Letterman, yeah.
He came out like all weird. I was like, what?
Letterman didn't know about it.
No.
Letterman didn't know about it, and then he came on Letterman later and was like, yeah, dude, I was fucking with you, man. Like, and Letterman's like, dude, I had no clue. Like, it was just so like bizarre. And he said, like, this movie we wanted to make about celebrity, and still even to this day people kind of look down on him in a way for it, but like,
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, he said he doesn't regret making it and stuff like that. And he got his acting career back with Inherent Vice. Have you seen that movie?
No.
That was a weird movie.
He has nothing to lose.
Oh, that was a weird movie. See, that was like
I haven't seen it much lately, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Gladiator was like a peak, maybe? I don't know.
I haven't seen Gladiator.
Yeah.
Is that a good movie?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Decent.
Is it like...
It's history, kind of.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. It's with...
Russell Crowe, yeah.
Yeah, but is Joaquin Phoenix in it?
Yeah, he's the emperor.
Okay.
Evil emperor.
See, I can't see him playing like a role like that. Like, he just always strikes me as this, like, weird...
He has his crown on. He's like...
I can always see him fucking playing like that weird, I don't want to say psychedelic, but like just a total movie that's just not.
Where does he do weird?
Well, like in Inherent Vice.
I guess I haven't seen that. Yeah, I just seen Walk the Line and Gladiator.
Yeah, Walk the Line. See, Walk the Line's a normal movie.
I walked the line.
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, he's good.
It's a good movie, but like in Inherent Vice, he was just. When I've only seen it once, and I was just like, what is that movie about? When it was done, I didn't even know what it was about.
Oh.
But I've heard that it's kind of made its way back into like top cult films, like
The Room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, have you seen that yet?
No, Room? I don't know why. I don't know why anybody's seen it if it's so bad.
Yeah, so with this new,
it's really bad, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the worst movie ever. But like with the Disaster Artist coming out.
Yeah. That got good reviews.
Yeah.
For whatever that's worth. But...
Well, it's because it's the Franco brothers.
Oh.
You know those guys, James Franco and.
Yeah, I knew it was James. I didn't know that was...
The other one's his brother. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They're brothers, and they
wanted to explore it?
They wanted to explore it, yeah. I guess they know the guy who made the movie, or the main actor.
Oh, okay.
They know him now, and I guess he's, like, okay with it. I don't know. He's just... See, that shows, like... I don't want to say delusion, but, like, this guy is so... delusional, I guess.
What, he thinks it's a hit?
He thinks his movie... I think he thinks his movie's good. I haven't seen it yet, but... I mean, he's doing interviews about his movie, and his movie's kind of being made fun of in a way.
Yeah. So, when did it come out? Like 90s?
The Room, I don't know. I have no idea.
Like it was in theaters, like main theaters?
I don't think it was in the 90s. I don't know. I've seen like previews of it, and it looks kind of like it kind of looks like the 90s, but I don't know. It might have been like in the mid 2000s. I think it came out like 5 or 6 years ago or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong.
I don't remember when it even came out.
Sorry if I'm wrong.
No.
But
yeah.
But like back, I wanted to bring it back around because we got off topic. We're talking about this the competitive part in society.
Capitalism
and all. Yeah, exactly. I found that like I was like really troubled with that for a little while. Just basically like because I didn't know what I wanted to do, like you're talking about, and you're like, what am I doing with my life? And like when you reach a certain point, like as far as like religion goes, religion answers that question, like what are you supposed to do with your life?
How so?
Well, like it just tells you like, you know, you're supposed to do this and you're supposed to be like this, and you know, you're not supposed to be like that. You know, like depending on the religion, like Christianity, I'm talking about like Christianity basically.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and you believe in like something after life.
That definitely limits your view. I went to church growing up too.
Did you? I'm not surprised.
I don't think it helped me. Yeah.
Mm-mm. No.
It really does limit your curiosity in a lot of ways.
And it's yeah, exactly. It shuts a door for so much.
Yeah, you don't get interested in philosophy and stuff like that. Like because, what you're saying.
Well, because philosophy is just about breaking those barriers. It's about questioning.
Like, what is this?
What is life? What's the point? Where like if to a Christian, if you even ask the question like, why am I living? They're gonna be like, heaven. What's wrong with you? You know, are you like this suicidal, like meaningless being?
Well, yeah.
And it's not about that. I think it's a basic human.
Satan's drawing you wayward.
Yeah, exactly. Satan's telling you, there's no point to life. But there isn't. There is no point. We said that the other day at the studio, like, there is no point.
Yeah, that came up somehow. During a
we were just hanging out. We were just hanging out like there. And I don't know how we got on the topic, but there's no point in living, man. Like there's
it's unknown, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But like if you break that down, there is unknown reason. There's unknown. It's unknown. Like why we're here. Like here you are. You didn't ask to be alive. You're a human being. You have this fucking body and this mind that thinks like this and you didn't ask for shit, man. Like you're just here. And every single human, whether you believe it or not, that is the current circumstance you're in.
It is profoundly strange.
Yeah. And so that can trouble you in a deep, deep way if you get into life and you start thinking about like bills, like why am I paying these bills?
Oh yeah.
Why do I have to go to this job that I fucking hate? Why do I do this? And I got into like thinking about like meditation, and I looked into like Buddhism and stuff like that, and not in like a religious way, but like just in a spiritual way.
Oh, centering your mind. Yeah.
Centering your mind, and just
doesn't really give you any answers, but
it just no, it doesn't give you an answer. It gives you like just like a foundation and like some basic principles to like fit information into. So that like every time you meditate, you're like creating like this. My brother called it like a blueprint in your mind. Where like blueprint. Yeah, like you're like setting this up so that as more data comes into your mind throughout life through different people, different experiences, some of it's hard to take in, some bad experience, some asshole at work, you know, just that's just trying to fucking ruin your day for no reason. You're like, why? And if you are this just floppy being walking around just like, oh man, life is pointless.
Well, just reacting to things, you mean?
Just reacting. That's a perfect way of putting it. Just reacting.
Yeah.
That's what Buddhism's about, getting away from just reacting to everything.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Instead of just reacting to every form of stimulation coming into your life, you learn to assess it and to place it into like a perspective, that blueprint in your mind.
Yeah, like more of a third person perspective, yeah.
That's exactly. Yeah. So like when you meditate, have you ever meditated?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've officially done it correct. I mean, yeah.
There is no, see, that's the thing. There isn't. Like, it's not like a thing. Like, it's not like, oh, I'm a meditator.
I guess I could say yes.
Yeah, you have. You've sat there and
just sat and centered my mind, yeah. And try to think about nothing.
In silence, and try to think about nothing and just be still for a significant amount of time.
Yes. I've heard like Sam Harris talk about it.
Exactly. Sam Harris is great, man. Yeah, for sure. So,
but
you're separating you're separating your like psyche in a way, like they call it your monkey brain.
I've changed a lot since doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Monkey brain. Yeah.
Your monkey brain, which is that brain that just reacts to everything, and you separate that from just, I guess, I don't even know, your logic or your reasoning. I don't know what's left when you separate when you split your monkey brain.
I don't know. I mean, you're just being more still, and that helps you to think about why you're doing what you're doing.
Right.
I think I had a lot of that in college when I started reading a lot on my computer.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time alone in my room sometimes.
Right.
But I think that helped me to like understand why I was at school. Did I really want to go into journalism?
Sure.
Was I really doing what I wanted to do, or was I just doing it to build my resume?
Yeah.
To get a corporate career? Because I almost wanted to work at CNN. Which I almost wanted to do.
Right.
My uncle had a connection there, and I applied.
Right.
But then I'm kind of glad I didn't get it, because it allows me to, I don't know, see if it's really what I want to do.
Right. That's a big commitment.
I don't know.
CNN is a big, you're locking yourself into something.
I think a lot of people do that. They just commit to one thing in high school, go to college, and that's what they do the rest of their life. And they never change what they're doing.
And that determines what person they end up becoming.
This is weird. Yeah, like you set your whole identity.
Yes. Yep.
It's really hard to
on one decision, they become something that they probably never would have become. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's one way that you're not predetermined to be this person, but like that decision is gonna shape who you are.
Yeah.
So if you're more mindful, if you are lucky enough, mindful.
It's a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know.
You think
my roommates always thought I was too like not committed. I don't know.
Oh, so fuck like, those guys, man.
They're like, you should be on a sailboat, Kyle. Like you're not doing your thing. Like
fuck those guys, man.
I became less rigid. Yeah.
But dude, you should have been on a sailboat.
Everybody's who they are, I guess. But
yeah, but like they were judging you because you weren't like them. You weren't going out there and doing what they were doing.
Yeah, I got pretty depressed in college. Yeah.
Yeah, because you were going through something.
Going to class, coming back to my apartment, going to class,
coming back, a perfect doing example. Homework. Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm just like memorizing facts.
Right. Because you were questioning things.
Yeah,
see, that's what tells me that you weren't one of those people that just does what they're supposed to do. You were doing what you're supposed to do, but you had a lot more inside.
Yeah.
You had a lot more that you wanted to break through. And
society doesn't allow that.
What doesn't allow
our society? I don't know.
No.
Just get your A's and B's in high school, go to college, and get your job.
Right. But the thing is what the fuck is society, man?
I don't know. I think we're just...
It's nothing. It's just made by it's made by your roommates, man. That's what it's...
We're building technology. I don't know.
I've
heard Joe Rogan talk about that. We innovate.
We're innovators, yeah.
We're like a hive mind.
And we always have to keep moving forward in society.
Yeah, everybody has their place.
But Buddhism and meditation is not about that.
No.
It's not about
But not everybody could do that. I thought about that too. Everybody can't be a Buddhist. I mean,
no.
If all my roommates were Buddhists and everybody at Michigan State was a Buddhist, nothing would get done.
Dude, exactly.
So it's kind of weird how that works.
Yeah, the other night I was in here and I was watching this Jack Cornfield. You ever heard of him? He's this Buddhist teacher.
No.
And my dad come in and I started just spieling shit. You know, I was just fucking enlightened. I was in.
You lit up.
I was lit up. I was pumped. And he brought me right back down. And he started pointing at the map that we have over there. And he's like showing me all these different regions and all these conquerors throughout history. All these people that aren't sitting in caves meditating.
Oh.
And these people that are innovators, like we're talking about.
Yeah.
And where would we be if they didn't exist? If everybody was in a cave meditating,
yeah,
we wouldn't be on a podcast right now, man.
Right. That's weird how that works.
It's conflicting. It's super conflicting. I think what we have here is just human choice. Like we can just choose, and I don't want to choose that route where it's just all about getting better. You know what I mean?
It's weird how that works. Some people are born to just work on Wall Street.
Oh yeah. Do you think they're born to do that, or do you think that they're influenced? They're brought up in the society, and they're just they're hooked.
I think it's just. I kind of think you just are who you are in a way.
You think you're born
kind of like Sam Harris on the Free Will book.
Free will, yeah, totally. But like,
I don't know.
But free will is a tough one because like,
it's one of my favorite subjects.
How much free will do you really have?
I don't think you have any.
You don't think you have any? Okay, so you just had me thinking that you think everyone has free will.
No, I don't. I agree with Sam Harris.
Okay,
I don't think we do.
Elaborate on that.
I don't think we do have free will.
Why?
I don't think it's possible. I just think when you look at life is like dominoes. You know, I think one thing does lead to another.
Okay.
It seems like you don't like it's been said, you don't pick your genetics or your upbringing.
Right, exactly.
Or your gender. At least you don't think you do. And I've heard people say you don't. I mean, maybe before we're born, we all like line up and pick something.
Right.
I mean, it's possible.
That's fucking silly.
I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah. But I'm more on the line of thinking like we don't. I agree with you. Like I don't think we have complete free will in like the most general way you can look at it, because like, you know, everybody's brought up in different environments.
Yeah.
And that person doesn't have the same opportunities as this person, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which a lot of like Republicans will say everybody starts out equal, right?
Yeah.
Like you were talking about earlier, the bootstrap thing.
Exactly.
Everybody clearly starts out differently. The son of Donald Trump is a millionaire when he's born.
Yeah.
Clearly they're more well off than you and I.
Yeah, you can't compare.
They have a trust fund, we don't.
But are they well off? There's the Buddhist coming in, right? You know,
well, right? Are they really happy?
Is he enlightened? Is he happy? What does he question these things? Like, what if you, with your personality, because we all have these different personalities based on genetics and environment.
Yeah, epigenetics.
But like, it sounds to me like your parents weren't they might not have the same personality as you do, where they're more like clean cut, you know, where you're more rough around the edges in a way.
Yeah.
You're kind of questioning things, and that's probably why
they just did their thing.
Yeah, you had a tough time in college. Some people don't. Some people are like, this is what I'm meant to do, and you're just like, why? You know, that question why is just going to stump you.
Maybe it's a millennial thing more so. I don't know.
Right.
It seems like a lot of our parents' generation, they kind of just did the right, you know, school, college, career.
Right.
It was also easier to get a job, I think, too. But they didn't have the internet, too.
But like, if you look at like, okay, so Donald Trump's son, that was a good point.
But yeah, let's go back to that.
You're Donald Trump. Let's say you're Donald Trump's son, but you have this exact personality that you do. So you're born with millions of dollars. And you're set. Like that's that mindset. Ever since you were raised, like you don't think about money. And are you going to grow up and think that you're better than other people because of where you are, or are you going to question that and say why?
Oh, right. Well, yeah, it would depend on your personality, I guess.
You think, or do you think your personality is completely determined by
your
parents and your environment?
I think so.
Just people that you come in contact with.
Yeah,
it's heavy, man.
It's pretty heavy.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man.
I was waiting for you to tell me the answer. No,
I don't know the answer. That's the thing, and that's the beauty of it. Like I have no idea.
So controversial. No, I don't know. We don't have free will. People don't like talking about that.
No,
I've seen people online though talk about like quantum physics, and if you follow like the equations of the math of like the quantum realm, like those all follow deterministic patterns.
Okay.
Like even the math that makes up our atoms in our body right now are just following a chain of events.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, like there is no point where you can like.
Yeah.
You're gonna do what you're gonna do. I mean.
That's heavy right there.
But when you meditate, it feels like you can really do anything. Like right now, what do you want? Like you want to like?
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go do what?
We can do whatever we want right now.
But probably not, because we're gonna keep doing the podcast.
We're gonna keep. Yeah, exactly. but like, I could pick up that bowl. Like I've thought 3 different times throughout this podcast about picking that bowl up and doing it. But why haven't I?
Because the programmer of the universe made it the ultimate illusion that you have free will, but you don't. Which is maybe like the key of how to find the oracle here.
Are we in this fucking universe where everything's determined? Is basically what you're saying.
Yeah, but it feels like we are. It isn't. That's the weirdest part.
It does, exactly.
So if there is a God, he's really a fucking trickster.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, it's like a puzzle. Yeah, it's like the ultimate puzzle. Like you're not free at all, but you're gonna feel like
you're gonna feel like it.
And you're gonna be born into a life, and good luck.
Oh yes, man.
It's really stupid, actually.
Oh.
It's like luck of the draw. Like, what life are you gonna get? You know?
Yeah. So you're just walking around thinking that you're free, but you're not really free.
Yeah, I mean, I've been really high, and I felt like that was the right theory, at least.
That could be seen.
Like all the input in your eyes and ears, like you're just being fed, like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where you can break out of your like self.
Right. Well, what do you think? Okay, so
meditation's an attempt to do that. I guess.
So far, we've talked about meditation as one of the things,
and that we're slaves.
That comes in, that comes in, and kind of just. So we.
That's like the antidote. You're right. Meditation's kind of like the antidote to what I'm saying, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't fit into that whole thing. Like you said, meditating, when you're meditating, it does not feel like that.
It's a way to break free from your life of momentum and what else.
So how many different other things can we throw into this pot that completely stirs up these certain questions? Like, you know, we're talking, if we were certain of everything being predetermined, okay, then why do we get that feeling when we meditate? Or okay, so like, have you ever taken like psychedelic drugs?
Perhaps.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, I haven't. I'm curious though. Like, I know that like a lot of people like say
I very well may have.
Yeah, like you can say.
Is this on the public record?
It doesn't matter.
I don't know. This is on the permanent record of humanity. I don't know.
It's fine. Like DMT. Like I've heard like people who take DMT.
I've never done DMT.
You haven't done that?
No.
No. See, I know. I know some people who have.
Portobello mushrooms.
You've done those? Portobello mushrooms? Yeah, I've done those. like what's the feeling like when you take that? Like, do you feel like
that's kind of like meditating?
Is it like meditating?
It just gets rid of your ego. Yeah, you're in the moment more. You're just in the moment more.
You're just kind of.
It forces you into the moment.
Yeah. So where does that fit into this whole idea of everything being controlled, like free will? Like, do we have free will? I'm still like curious about that. Like,
you see colors and stuff,
right?
For one, like I saw stuff floating, like an aura floating on the ground, like a blue, like wavy, like fog.
Yeah,
weird stuff like that. But I don't know if it answers anything.
Why do you see that?
That's just the chemicals, I think, in your brain, though.
Right.
Some people say you go to another dimension, but
yeah. See, some people say that you're seeing the true face of God when you do that. Like Duncan says that.
You see the face of God, right?
You're seeing the face of God when you do something like that, and it's not anything what you would think. So if that's true, and I don't know if it is.
It could be a key to the.
Exactly. It shows, like, where does that fit in with this free will thing? Like, do we have free will, like Sam Harris you're talking about?
Right.
Where does? It's hard to put it, but like, if you're doing the drug and you're seeing something, you think you would see.
The truth?
You would see the truth.
That's what Dennis McKenna talked about.
Yeah.
They were pounding like a pound of like they took a ton of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Trying to find the answer.
Right.
I think he talked about that. We were saying, tell us the answers, mushroom. Like, what is the answer to this?
Right.
And they didn't get anything though.
Nothing will happen.
They really tried.
Well, because the answer is not out there. It's in you. You're just unlocking it somehow.
Yeah, they thought they could take them and like.
See, do you think that like doing a psychedelic or doing drugs or something like that in a way that's enhancing your consciousness, do you think
it gives you a different perspective for sure?
Do you think you get that the same through meditation then?
I think you can.
I like that.
But it takes you longer.
Right. But maybe it's more pure that way. Like there's more ways than just taking something than to get there. Like to get to enlightenment, like, or like, if that's what you want to call it, like
there's different paths you're saying.
Yeah, like there's more ways to tap into that energy where you're not just
like Kundalini yoga, or you can like get into that high.
Exactly.
Isn't that what they try to do? They try to get high off of it,
like in Nirvana, in that Nirvana state where you just
is that what it's called?
Ultimate pleasure. Isn't that like the highest form of Hare Krishna?
Yeah, like you're trying to get to that state.
Yeah,
of pure
pleasure. Right?
Like, yeah, I guess so.
You can get through that through like love and sex probably too, and you can get through that through meditation, yoga.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also psychedelic drugs, I bet. I mean, the thing is with psychedelic drugs is like I'm scared to take them because there's no going back, like where you're
you can't stop it once it starts.
Yeah, I'm just, it's a fear thing that's holding me back on that. Whereas like when I'm meditating, if I start to get to a point where I don't feel good,
Right.
I've never gotten to that point through meditating. I've always increased, it's always gotten better. But like you can always stop. Like if you're like in an isolation tank.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do that.
I really want to do one of those where you can just get out of it, and you're fine. Whereas like Joe Rogan will like eat like 10 pop brownies and then get in an isolation tank.
He has one in his basement.
He has one at his house.
No, that's the way to do it. Yeah.
I would love to have one of those. See, that's got to change.
You can microdose is what I was gonna say though.
What do you mean?
I've done that. You can take like small amounts of psychedelics.
Okay.
And like 0.2 grams.
So what do you do when you take something like that? Like, so are you at a party? Are you with your friends? Or are you by yourself?
I've done it like where I went to like a Michigan football game.
Okay. Have you done it?
Or even by myself.
Okay, so like, what do you prefer? What do you prefer to do? So you take some microdoses of...
Well, I do it by yourself for the first time probably.
But then what? Like, what do you do once you take it by yourself?
Oh. Usually I walked around in the forest.
You walked out?
In college.
Yeah. That's what I would think.
It's hard to be around people sometimes, especially if they're sober.
That's what I hear.
So be like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
And you're feeling all like...
Yeah, that's what I've heard from like some of my other friends who've done DMT and LSD and stuff. And they're like, yeah, I don't like to do it around people.
Because faces look weird, It's like...
Do they? Oh.
It gets like intense.
Scary,
it gets intense.
So I feel like the reason that's scary is because we have this whole idea of reality.
Yeah, right.
And I know what your face is supposed to look like. Well, and all of a sudden, if it doesn't look like that, I don't know how to fit that into my head.
You can take small amounts though and not freak out, I think.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
I've overdone it.
Yeah.
And then...
But you know what I mean? Like, that's why do we have why is there a bad trip then? If it's the key to getting to God,
right,
in that way, or it's a key to seeing the true face of God, whatever.
I think it's anxiety.
Anxiety.
At least for me.
Yeah. Have you had those trips with anxiety? You have like anxiety and stuff like that?
Yeah. Like laying on the ground. Laying on the ground.
What do you mean? Laying on the ground? Laying on the ground gives you anxiety?
No, like taking them and like, or even smoking pot.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. It's just I've done it where like I had to like lay down outside in the grass because I was freaking out too much.
And that calms you down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why does that calm you down? I
don't know. It's kind of weird like that. I get too in my head.
Yeah.
I freak myself out.
Well, something like anxiety.
You can freak yourself out.
Something like anxiety has to be like we were talking about society. It's a societal manifestation. Like it's about where you fit in society.
Yeah, I got anxiety bad in school. Huh?
Yeah, so have I. Totally. Yeah, I've had anxiety attacks in class and shit like that. And it's fucking brutal, man. Mm-hmm. It's terrible, and it's like because you don't have an explanation for it. Like, what are these feelings that I'm having right now? Why? And you just start overthinking them, and then it just takes over, and you can't stop until you get away from any kind of stimulation.
Oh yeah, panic attacks are the worst.
It's the worst thing
I've had
ever.
One before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible, and you feel like you're gonna die.
You convince yourself you're gonna die, like for sure.
It's gonna be like this forever.
That's where you get bad trips, actually.
If you think you're gonna trip for infinity.
Yeah, you think you're stuck in that mindset.
Yeah.
You're sure. It feels like you are.
Yeah. See, I've heard people talk about like mystical moments, like where they have like a moment where it's like you have an opportunity for like a breakthrough inside your own head. And I think had those happen like completely like organically. Like I've woken up in the morning and I just felt really strange. And it like really, really strange.
Probably the DMT, yeah.
From REM sleep. I didn't do any. Yeah, DMT from REM sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe that was what it was, or something. Where I was just like, I don't know who I am. Like I just felt like I didn't know what anything was. Yeah. But I was in my room. I was sitting in that bed right there, and I'm like, and I had to get up and walk around. And what ended up happening, and I didn't realize it at the time. I just wanted it to end, and I didn't like meditate and start to just become aware of that and just feel that moment.
Waking up.
Yeah, just waking up. I've had it happen to me like 3 or 4 times now.
Weird.
Yeah, it was strange, man. After I came out of it, I told my dad, I was like, Dad, I don't know what the fuck happened to me. And he was like thinking about like a mini seizure or something like that. But like
seizure.
See, I think it's more like I think maybe it was more of like a DMT thing with like REM sleep or something like that.
You just felt like a different
I just felt like a different person, and it freaked me out. And I think what happened was I didn't take control of that moment, that feeling, and I let that feeling scare me where it didn't have to. So I'm thinking it was a good thing that I didn't use so next time I'm waiting. I'm excited. I want to have it again because it just goes away in like an hour.
Oh, that's interesting.
The next time I have it, dude, I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna fucking just start
tape it.
I'm gonna start meditating. Tape it. I'm like doing shit I don't remember doing.
Huh?
That would freak me out.
I've never heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't know. And I've looked around on the internet and see if and not I don't see the thing is I don't know how to put it into words.
Yeah.
It's something where it's like
That's like drugs.
I can't really describe it.
Can't describe it.
So I think it was like a chemical thing.
Oh, probably.
But it was natural though. That was what was strange. I didn't take anything.
Yeah. I've heard of people that wake up and they feel like a monster's attacking them.
I've never had that, but God, no, I'll probably
I guess
have
weird
that
stuff
tomorrow.
does happen.
Yeah, that's just strange, and I think that can scare a lot of people. I don't think I had a way to put that into my paradigm.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, you're making me feel self-conscious about it, dude. Something wrong with you, man.
You might be going crazy.
Going crazy on you. No, but see, dude, that's a great topic of like crazy. Like, what the fuck is crazy?
Have you seen A Beautiful Mind?
Yes, totally.
That's a good one.
That's a great
depiction of like seeing things.
Yeah.
Because they look like they're literally there.
Mm-hmm.
When Russell Crowe like is seeing stuff.
Yeah, like the schizophrenia kind of thing that he had going on.
I never got that it was that real, but I guess it is.
I don't know.
When you have schizophrenia.
Schizophrenia is weird.
Like
man.
You wouldn't be here right now, but it would look like this.
And you could have a conversation, and I could manipulate your material world around you. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, like I wouldn't be actually touching shit, but your perception. So what's real?
That's weird.
What's fake? Maybe that's a gift. That's a gift.
That's a gift? Schizophrenia? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's some people who suffer with it, but like, why does schizophrenia always become so negative? You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Why like when they hear voices, why are the voices negative?
Yeah, it could help them out.
Yeah, it could help them out. Like I know this guy who's really into Buddhism and stuff like that. He's a really cool guy. He works out all the time. He's a fucking animal.
Wouldn't expect that from that guy.
No,
he's typecast him for sure.
No, he's so like just like his own self, you know. But he was telling me he counsels kids, like he's a psychologist, and he told me that this little girl came in and told him that she was hearing voices. And he's like, okay. He's like, well, do the voices say bad things or good things? And she's like, no, good things.
Oh.
And he's like, well, listen to them then, you know?
Well, yeah.
You know, like that's not a problem.
No.
Like voices tell you good things. And he said it eventually came around, it wasn't schizophrenia, it was some other kind of complex that she was having.
Oh.
But it wasn't something serious. But like psychology gets so negative all of a sudden.
Yeah, I just heard a podcast about that on Joe Rogan. Kelly Brogan.
Really?
Was talking about that.
And why?
She was a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Like 70% of psychiatrists just give you a pill.
Yeah.
And you go in and see them. It's like a brief questionnaire.
Right.
I'm feeling depressed. Blah 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 blah. I want to kill myself, and then they give you a Abilify.
Mm-hmm.
But no, her whole approach was like healthy diet in general. You know, working out, making sure you're getting enough sleep.
It'll change.
And like for the majority of her patients, it went away.
Yeah.
Within like a few months.
Yeah. See, that's crazy. And there's probably so many people who have. You hear that?
I think it's your water heater.
Yeah,
or something.
dude, that thing picks up everything.
That's a good mic.
It is. But no,
it's our lifestyle. I mean, American lifestyle.
Yeah, we just want to manipulate everything. We want to change it. That's the only argument I have against drugs and at all.
Yeah.
Is that, you know, they're about manipulation.
It doesn't get to the root of it.
What do you? Yeah, no, exactly. It's a shortcut.
People eat McDonald's all day and then have all these brain issues.
Yes, or they'll just sit and play fucking video games all day.
Yeah, you're meant to hunt and gather, like, you know.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we evolved to do.
That's why, and that's what I'm saying with society giving us all these different problems like anxiety and depression.
Yeah.
Those problems really don't exist as frequently in nature.
No.
And it's the society that we're living in that creates those problems. You know what I mean?
It's our busy culture.
It's a busy culture, and it's the competitive aspect, and it's all these just and we're just we think that we know what's best for nature because we're just a part of nature.
We are nature, yeah.
Like Duncan would say, this is a fucking artificial cave that we're in.
Yeah, it is nature. Yeah,
this is just a cave. This is no different than a beehive or a beaver dam or something.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It is like our beehive. Yeah,
It's a human hive. But then he has a great thing. He was talking about like honey badgers, and he's like humans are the worst fucking animals on planet Earth. He's like, if you stick your hand in a honey badger's nest, you know, it might bite you.
Yeah.
But if you go into a human nest, they're legally allowed to kill you.
Oh yeah.
We call it self-defense. but we're legal. Like, it's just a...
Oh, we're legally, yeah.
Yeah, it's a radical form of law, I guess, that we call it.
Whatever. In Texas.
In Texas, yeah, man. I don't know. Fucking Texas, man. Holy shit.
I'm not sure about Michigan, but...
You know that there's more tigers living in captivity in Texas than there are in the entire rest of the world.
Of course. Why? Cowboys?
Just fucking Texans just buying tigers to have them.
Oh, rich people?
Just rich Texans.
That's so stupid to have a pet tiger, by the way.
But... What the fuck? Having pets in general, I think, is pretty stupid. Don't you?
Even for dogs, yeah.
Even for dogs. I mean, at this point in history, like, we've bred dogs to a point where it's like, you know, they're not...
They need us.
They do need us.
Yeah, that's true. In general, most animals shouldn't be.
And that was a mistake, I think, breeding them in the first place. But that happened through, like, natural selection or...
Yeah, tribes used them, I think, they said. Yeah, for, like, protection.
They used to follow around, like, wolves. Packs of wolves eventually found out that if you followed human tribes around hunting and gathering, that you would get fed their scraps. So that if you didn't attack the humans and eat them, that they would feed you, and then eventually selected. It was like a form of evolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And they just became our pets.
And they protected them too, probably.
They eventually protected them.
Because they were there, they could bark when a tribe was coming. They could bark.
And it eventually became, you give me this, and I'll give you this, and then that's just domestication over millions of years.
That is weird. There's like thousands of breeds now.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we started crossbreeding shit, and I don't know, man. But like, yeah, it's just about controlling. We talk about controlling, like...
Controlling what?
Having a pet.
Oh, yeah.
You just want to control this life. Like, oh, I'm just going to... You're not allowed to leave my house.
But they're so nice.
They're so cute, you know?
They're so cute.
I'm going to look at them, they're so cute. But they just want to... Why do you think every time you open the fucking door, they try to leave? They don't want to be in your house, dude. They don't want to be there.
They really hate us.
You think they love you, and they love you because you feed them, and that's it. Like, certain dogs, you might say, oh, well, my dog doesn't want to leave. Well, that's because you fucking brainwashed the thing, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's scared of the outside.
I gotta show you something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Talking about dogs.
Well, you probably have like 10 dogs at your house. I've just been...
No, there's a Shih Tzu.
A what?
You ever seen a Shih Tzu?
No.
They look like Chewbacca.
No,
kind of a Chewbacca face.
I gotta see that.
Oh, I'll show you. Have you seen the big dog? The mini big dog?
Mm-mm.
Okay, internet failure.
I'm gonna light another one of these.
Lighting the incense.
These things just change they just completely change the room you're in.
They're gonna change the world. Like podcasting. There's like so many podcasts now.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know if we can really top Joe Rogan though. I mean, I guess it's a good challenge.
He's got.
I'm taking him down.
I'm telling you, man. Check out the DTFH, Duncan Trussell Family.
It's still going, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I gotta get on.
It's only getting better.
There's so much. Yeah.
Yeah, he's getting better and better every fucking podcast. He's so different than Joe Rogan's is great. Dude.
Yeah,
I've listened to like not everyone. There's so
most
many.
of them. Yeah, there's like 1,000 now. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've listened to him for years, man. They're great.
Me too.
I love Joe Rogan. But yeah, Duncan was a great change. You know,
he has a good perspective. Yeah.
That's what I like about him.
Really unique.
His perspective is just, it breaks down the society that we're talking about.
He does it all the time,
He breaks it down and says, this is really what it is, and don't freak out about it.
He says it in a good way, too.
And he's just got a great attitude about life.
Yeah.
You notice that?
He has a good way with words, too.
He's the best.
Man.
You got to listen to his intros. They're fucking hilarious, man.
Oh, more like the sponsors?
His sponsors. Dude.
Brought to you by...
Hey, man.
Yeah, whatever his voice is.
He goes, yeah, my sweet, sweet children. That's how he's got that fucking. His voice is part of his appeal. His voice is so cool.
Duncan. He had ball cancer too.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever listened to the podcast he did with his mom before she passed away?
No, it sounds intense though.
It's super intense, super sad, but it's really beautiful. He did 2 with his mom. His mom had I don't know what his mom passed away from. Probably some form of cancer. I thought it was something.
Yeah.
But his mom was really, really cool. She was really smart. And
kind of like Duncan, yeah.
Yeah, you can. When I listened to it, I was like, I can see why Duncan's such a beautiful human being. But yeah, dude, I listened to both of them, and it made me cry, man. It was fucking sad.
Oh yeah. Should I show? I don't know if you can show YouTube videos.
Well, what I'll do is I'll look it up when I edit this, and I'll throw it up on the screen when you show me.
I just thought of it when you said dog.
Is it a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll show it. I'll put it up.
No, it's the new Boston Dynamics dog. That's how you should see it. Future of robotics.
What?
Yeah, it's like this new thing they're doing. There's some videos from a couple years ago with a bigger version.
What is that? What is?
I don't know. Future of pet dogs.
That's good
Or
then.
security dog.
That's good. So that's gonna weed out all
it moves
the
like an animal.
real living things.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know.
No, man, that's cool. When did that come out?
That video is from November 13th. Has 9.6 million views. Yeah, so that's interesting. People said, "Now when can I get a robot wife?" That's weird.
See, now that's going to replace.
Bunch of nerds.
That's going to replace.
This is going to solve your problem.
It's going to solve my problem.
It's going to free the dogs from their slavery.
And all the dogs are going to go out and get eaten by wolves because they don't know how to fight. But you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
That's nature. That's what's supposed to happen. I'm just kidding.
Do you see the Rick and Morty where the dog went in the suit? I don't know if you watched Rick and Morty.
Oh, totally.
The one where the dog gets in the suit.
Yes. Where it says pet dog and it's a fucking
and they take over.
Robot.
They take over. That's kind of what you were saying.
Hates his owners.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's kind of what you were saying.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
It's hilarious.
I'm just going to check this.
Okay.
See. I just want to make sure my battery's good. We'll just plug it in if we want to keep going.
Okay.
Oh, we're good, dude. We're not even halfway. That battery on the...
Yeah, how long does that go?
It's at 60% right now. Okay. So it was 100 when we started.
I was just looking for good ideas here.
See, now that just... Now we got to talk about AI, man.
Should we? Yeah, go.
I think we should.
I've been all into that recently. No, I've been reading about that a lot lately. Like AI? Neural nets.
What's that?
That's like how they're building AI. I mean, did you know about AlphaGo?
No. Man, I'm behind.
Articulate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Getting too amped up. No, AlphaGo.
Okay.
The guy it beat the world's best player in Go. Go, the Japanese. Is it Japanese?
Is it like a chess game?
It's like a chess kind of game.
I've heard of AI just beating the world's best chess player. I've heard of that before.
Recently?
I heard a couple years ago on some podcast.
That was like 97.
That was in 97?
When a computer beat a person in chess.
Oh, man, I'm way behind.
No, recently it beat the world's best Go player, and Go has like trillions of moves.
Okay.
And it taught itself to play by playing itself a bunch of times.
Okay.
Or simulating a bunch of games. No, but that's like most recently, it's a Google company called DeepMind. And they're trying to build artificial intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the most recent version, like last week, played itself in checkers and taught itself to play without watching any example games. When before it had to like watch people play.
Yeah.
And this time it could learn on its own, which is interesting because people didn't program it. Like they just pushed go and then it learned to play it by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's interesting right now because they're trying to build.
Yeah.
AI. I don't know if you've heard about that in other podcasts too.
Yeah, totally.
Like Sam Harris talks about it. Like it's a huge thing he's always talking about.
Totally.
Elon Musk too.
Elon Musk,
he's like, watch out, AI is coming to get us.
Exactly. What is Elon Musk thinking?
He's freaking out about it.
He hates.
I think it's a good thing.
You think it's a good thing?
Yeah.
Pro AI.
Have you seen Her?
Yes. That's with Joaquin Phoenix.
That's like the good version.
Yes.
Everybody having a personal assistant.
Yes.
Like friend.
Now that's a great movie for this.
Yeah, that's like the ultimate goal, I guess.
To fall in love with an AI?
Well, you could.
Yeah. And that was wild when his girlfriend.
Yeah.
When she
Which for people that don't know, it's like Siri.
She was talking to, she was talking to some other people.
Other AIs, right? Other guys, right?
Or I think it was other AIs.
Right.
She was talking to other AIs.
Something like that.
And like the microseconds between his conversation with her, she was living years.
I don't know if did I watch the ending? You're right, but I forgot the ending.
Yeah. Well, the ending, I think, what happened at the end? Didn't it?
It went away.
Ended bad. It ended badly.
Like she went away with like the other AIs or something.
Something like that.
It was weird. But
she outgrew him as well.
Outgrew him, yeah.
Because like she just learned so much faster than a human, and it just shows like how limited we are.
I'll have to bring that up.
In some ways, it's just like AIs are that's just what a computer is, but it's just a computer. Is it kind of just like a computer acting on its own?
Yeah, it learns patterns. Yeah, it's very interesting. I was trying to find the article here. But that's what Google is working on right now. I think Google will become conscious.
Yeah, Google will.
It seems like.
See, I've heard you got to watch out for Google too.
Watch out?
There's always those.
Oh no.
Watch out, man. They're gonna take over. See, the problem is that if we get to a point where we create something that we can't control, that's a threat to humans.
Right.
Now, the idea of if that's even a bad thing or not, that just might be, it would be a better place with AIs. I don't know.
Solves a lot of problems, I guess, so they say. Intelligence solves a lot of problems.
Here's where a lot of people's fears are, is if AI start looking at the big problem of the world, like climate change and stuff like that.
Right.
They're gonna realize, fuck, man, we're looking at this problem. You guys are asking us to look at this problem, and you want to know what the answer is you guys got to go.
Yeah, right.
You guys got to you're the problem.
People are the problem.
Here's the solution. You guys are out. That's what people are worried about. They're like, because it's all about humans, we're always looking at everything as about humans, whether that's a bad thing or not. We're looking at preserving human life, and an AI is not going to give a shit about human life.
The only counter argument I've heard is that they'll recognize that we're the parents.
But
so I wonder if they care. Well, because we created it.
Right.
So they'll be so smart. They'll be like, oh, you made us.
Yeah, but they don't have empathy, man. They're not going to be like, oh, thank you for giving me
life.
No.
Because they'll know we made them.
The fuck? They
so
don't give
we're
a
the
shit.
Parents. So we're the parents.
But they're going to think logically.
They're going to kill their parents.
They're going to think logically and say, my parents are polluting my house. I got to fucking kill my parents.
I wonder. I don't know.
You don't know?
I hope not. I hope not.
I hope not.
I mean, it makes sense what you're saying, but I would think they would be.
If I'm thinking of something completely logic.
But they could solve it, though, right?
I'm thinking, yeah, if they solved it, if the solution would be...
Well, no, they could just solve it. They wouldn't have to kill us. They could just figure it out.
But why are you implying that the solution that we have to go is not a solution at all?
Well, I mean, it is, but that's if they're assholes.
But they're not assholes. Like, what if they found out that, instead of humans that have to go, it would have to be, bees. Bees have to go.
Oh.
We'd be like, oh, good. Okay, we'll get rid of that.
I would think
that's that hierarchy that our life is more precious than a bee.
Yeah,
which is not
pollination.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying that humans cannot assess that problem because we are the problem. We're part of it. We have this mortality that we're afraid of. You don't want that to be the problem because that would mean you'd have to die. You know what I mean? That would mean.
So you mean we're the greenhouse? We do the greenhouse gases? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
We're
totally.
the problem.
We're the problem.
Like war, you mean, or like
everything?
You mean everything?
I mean, think about the planet. Think about all the environmental issues. Nature will take care of it, and that's why climate change is happening in the first place.
Oh, because of us, yeah.
Yeah, if climate change takes over and the major coastlines flood and extreme storms and weather patterns happen, like they're gonna say, which is already showing, man. I mean,
yeah, the very beginning.
It's clearly trying to wipe out human existence. You know what I mean?
I think we'll work it out.
I hope so. That's an optimistic
we're
view.
going to solar power and stuff.
That's the main thing. Like Elon Musk, man. Like,
yeah,
I'm all on his board on that.
Me too. Yeah,
for sure.
We keep developing better stuff, better technology. Yeah.
Have you seen the Gigafactory? Elon Musk's.
Yeah, the battery factory.
Yeah, where they're creating Teslas. Cool.
I saw the new semi that just came out.
They came out with something new.
Yeah, a semi that has the same range as a gas semi.
Oh, okay.
So he sold like a bunch to Anheuser-Busch last week.
Okay.
Yeah, it goes like a few hundred miles on a charge, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, everything's going electric. Yeah.
Yeah, totally, and that's a great thing. And
self-driving cars.
See what does that do?
I think we're gonna have cars that pick you up at your house.
Think it's just safer? That's just.
Oh yeah, they won't crash for sure. I guess we'll see that in like 10 years.
You think so? In 10 years?
Well, Chrysler wants to have their first car by 2020, or Toyota.
Their first self-driving car?
Yeah, by 2020. Or it was Nissan, actually.
But think about, okay, so they want to have their first one. But that first self-driving car is not going to be available to everybody.
Probably in the cities, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be available to, CEOs and shit like that first. They're going to test it, and it's going to be super expensive. It's like a Tesla. Like, Teslas have been around for a while, but how often do you see a Tesla driving on the road?
Yeah, here and there. They're really expensive. Midwest,
yeah. I would love to have a Tesla, but there's still problems with Teslas. Like, you got to have charging stations and batteries, and you can't go on long trips without a charging station. You got to wait for your fucking car to charge. I mean,
that's true.
There's still problems, but
yeah,
I mean, I would love to own a Tesla.
That'd be cool.
If I had the money, I would have one. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just
Tesla. Yeah, I think I'd like it.
I mean,
fast.
There's other that's
Need for Speed.
Why is he only creating? Isn't that what the what's the newest Tesla coming out? There's the new Model Model
it's
S.
a sports car that's coming out?
Not see,
Model 3, the Model 3.
The one that's not a sports car.
The Model 3.
Yeah.
It's like 35,000, yeah.
Yeah, he needs to come up with more of a practical car to have.
For everybody, yeah.
Yeah, because like the sports car is cool and all, but who's going to fucking buy that? If you really want people to get onto this electronic bandwagon, you're going to have to make it affordable, and you can't always be about style, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he has it coming out for sure.
Okay, that's good.
And he has those solar panels, yeah. The power packs for your house. The solar shingles.
Solar shingles. See, my buddy Schluter, the kid I was talking about. You remember that kid said the Type A personality?
With a unicycle?
No, not him. That's Jeff.
Okay, Jeff.
Yeah, he's cool. But Schluter, he's pairing up with his cousin, and they have like a solar power company.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, solar shingles.
In Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing solar shingles.
They're doing solar shingles.
I didn't know anybody could do it.
They're called Selectric.
They invented them.
No, they're just redistributing.
That's cool. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder how much they cost. Yeah, because I looked up the Tesla, and the Tesla tiles are like $50,000.
Oh,
my parents wanted to know, so I looked it up. So they're still kind of up there. But
yeah,
I mean, that's to be expected.
See, how long is it going to be before it's just a thing? Like, he's already telling me. My buddy is telling me that they sell themselves. Like, you don't. He says like when he goes to go sell them to someone,
yeah,
he doesn't even have to talk about climate change and pollution. He doesn't have to talk about that to sell these. He doesn't have to say you're saving the environment or anything like that. He just has to say these things are way better than.
Oh yeah, it's the future for sure.
Like, it's
free energy.
Free energy. It's more practical. They last longer. All this shit.
Yeah, I don't know how much they cost.
Yeah, but it's an investment. No, I don't know how much. I don't remember. He probably did.
I don't know if they're worth it yet. Because like my electric bill.
Yeah.
I know my parents' electric bill is like $70 a month.
I think
it's like $1,200 a year.
It's one of those deals where you have to spend more at the beginning to save.
10 years.
Yeah.
I guess it's good your friend's doing it. I'm sure like in 5 years it'd be even more worth it. Yeah. It's like $5,000. It'd pay itself off in 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, he was saying that like, you know, it's on right now.
Yeah.
Like he says it's better right now. And I mean he's being a salesman.
Well, that's cool. He has to sell it.
Yeah.
There's rich people that will start off in the beginning, I think.
Yeah.
And provide the first funds.
Yeah. Totally. Well, then the only problem is that you have to, like I said, you have to spend money to save money.
And then you wait and make the money back later.
You have to trust in this technology.
Yeah, well, it's the future for sure.
It has to be sold, like, you know, like how like you were talking about like the new iPhone's coming out, and you're like, I'm going to get the new iPhone.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Everyone does that. Like everyone's like always, they're on board with the new iPhone. They're on with the new laptops and fucking GoPros, everything.
Oh yeah.
But it's like, you know, with solar panels, it's got to just be with that mentality. You know what I mean? Like, the new solar panels are coming out. Let's fucking get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna save money.
Yeah, it's
in the
not
long
a thing
run.
yet.
It's just got to be. They got to sell it off as like the thing to do.
Oh right.
Because if we live in a society where you look next door and you look at your neighbors, and you're like, "Fuck, man, my neighbor's got such a nice house. I want to make my house look nicer." It's like it's that competitive
That's
thing.
part of what keeps the engine running.
Yeah, and that's and
America.
Yeah, it's just not something that I really want to participate in.
No,
like mowing your grass.
Shame
and shit.
on you.
Shame on me, man.
This is America.
Whatever.
You're not gonna you don't want a house in the suburb, and
I'm living in the suburb right now. But this is what's exactly.
You're in an African tent right now.
I'm in an African tent right now. I live in my own little.
That's dope.
My own little bubble, man. But like,
you're so anti.
Yeah, I'm so.
I can't talk to you
rebellious.
Now. You're a communist.
I'm a socialist.
You're a socialist?
Yeah.
Oh no. You probably like Bernie too.
I love Bernie.
Oh no.
But see, like, yeah, man, I don't know. You're a socialist too. You are. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
You are, definitely.
Things should be like that, yeah.
I mean, dude,
Bernie was right. Nobody liked Hillary.
Right. I think.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's.
Nobody liked Hillary.
See, what was the problem with Bernie?
Oh, Hillary thought he was. I heard Hillary say he was too. It was impractical. Like Bernie will never work. We can't pass universal health care.
Right.
It'll never get voted for. She made it seem like it wasn't realistic. But I mean, at what point are we going to actually try to make a better society?
At what point
are we
going to
utopianistic? Like we need to get to that point.
Yeah.
Or push towards that. Yeah. Perfect society.
I mean, it's not possible utopian society, they say, but
that's a goal.
That's a goal. Yeah. If you don't
kind of
shoot
what Bernie
for that,
was saying.
What the fuck are you going to do? Exactly.
I don't know. We make their own. People make the rules. We should have free healthcare, free education.
See, I think the problem with Bernie was, and I think it's playing off what you're saying.
That's what you're saying. It's a problem, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't play the game enough. He was too. I don't want to say too honest because you're supposed to be honest, but dude, none of these politicians are fucking honest. Obviously.
Yeah, like, they're not that open-minded either.
And what Bernie did was just came out there and basically said everything that is real. Like he was even talking about marijuana, you know, and how it should be legal. And it's like, man, Bernie, I agree with you and all your followers agree with you, but there's so many people who are so behind in times where you're not going to get their votes just because of that.
Well, no.
You know what I mean? I know some people who are so fucking radical that they won't vote for someone because they don't believe in God or something like that.
Still,
you know?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no, they would look at it like, oh, I'm electing the fucking Antichrist over here.
He's still too ahead of his time, I guess.
Yeah. Well, or he could have just, you know, maneuvered it in a way where he just didn't say certain things.
Yeah, because Hillary got more votes.
Hillary got more votes.
Although Bernie people said she cheated, but not really.
Well, Bernie
won.
She
did win
in Michigan.
Yeah, you know, she could have picked him as VP though.
Mm-hmm. No, she didn't.
And she picked Tim Kaine, whoever nobody knows who that is.
Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
But yeah.
Yeah, it was a sad deal. Once Bernie was out, I was just like, all right.
I can see why people didn't like Hillary. It's because of the Monica Lewinsky thing. I don't think she was that bad.
But why does that matter, man?
The people, she wasn't. She was a politician, I guess.
Exactly.
In a.
That's why she lost, because she was a politician and Donald Trump wasn't.
It's a change year.
They wanted
what I heard said.
And if Bernie would have went against Trump, Bernie is a politician too.
I think he would have won.
I think so too.
Seems like it.
I don't know. That's what we hope.
Who knows, right? Yeah. People like Trump because he was radical.
Yeah.
People don't think much.
That's it, man. People don't think much.
Well, people think Trump Tower. He's rich.
Exactly.
This is what I think.
Yes.
He won the capitalistic game.
Yes.
He's on TV on NBC.
He's a great leader.
The Apprentice.
Yes.
He's on our TV every night. So he obviously knows things because he made it on TV.
It's the value system in our culture. It's the value of material wealth.
Yeah, even though he was born into it and like had a bunch of luck.
They look at Donald Trump and they say, "Man, look at this guy.
He made it. Yeah.
He made it already.
I want to be rich too.
He's gonna make all of us like this, right?"
Yeah.
Exactly, man. Yeah, that's the problem. Is they're not looking for real virtues. If you want to talk about Buddhism, let's talk about real virtues, man. Let's talk about being mindful and kind and shit like that. And
you gotta teach that in school. They don't.
Well, dude, I mean, even socialism is just about taking care of your fucking neighbor.
It's like doing what's right.
Isn't that messed up? There's this bad name about socialism.
Yeah, it's because of the 60s, I think.
Yeah, where it's like it's just about, you know, dude, if you don't have any money next month, something happens, you just have a mental breakdown.
Yeah,
I got you, man. You can come live here.
That's how it should be.
Yeah. Like, dude, why wouldn't I help you, man?
The government in general should help you.
Yeah, exactly. That's that bigger perspective. It's like, you know, we're taking care of of human life.
Yeah.
Where it's not so much of pull yourself up by your bootstraps. You know, take care of yourself.
Because they think it's easy. Like, people think like if you're poor, it's your fault.
Mm-hmm. No.
Like, life happens.
That's the thing with, like, you were saying, like, you know, the Republican kind of outlook is that, like, we all start in one spot.
Yeah, and the people that work hard are the ones that are well off, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's
like that simple, yeah. If you do well in our society, which I don't know how you define well.
Yeah, that's...
It's because you work the hardest, I guess. And there's no luck involved, and there's no, like, you're white.
Yeah. yeah, exactly. Like, I know some pretty radical Republican people. I know this guy just total...
I wonder what that is.
I don't know.
Some people just like that.
It's just like, I feel like they just look at it and when they look at other people and they see them as they're not doing better than them, they think that they started where they did. And they're like, well, if you're not doing as good as I am, then you did something wrong and you should fix that. Whereas in reality, obviously, it's an unfair world as far as genetics go.
Seems like it, right?
It is.
Yeah,
man.
You can be born to poor parents of rich people, which is a big part of it.
And you can be born with a fucking reading disability.
Oh yeah, that too.
And
right.
And all of a sudden you
Society
just get
doesn't
overlooked.
Even care.
You just get overlooked and you could be this fucking genius. And look at all the breakthrough geniuses in time.
Yeah,
and they're
like born geniuses.
They're either born geniuses or they're looked at as, like, for so long, like a lot of them weren't even known when they were alive. Like they were like, you know, like Socrates. Socrates was a fucking homeless man.
I didn't know that.
He was homeless, man. He was a fucking bricklayer, carpenter kind of guy. Oh. And the only reason you know who Socrates is because of his pupil, Plato.
Plato, right.
Plato wrote about Socrates. And Socrates taught Plato. And then when Plato finally made his way through the world and made his writings and his teachings, he mentioned Socrates and wrote about him. And that's why you know Socrates has this great philosophical mind. Socrates was in his time, and he lived and died thinking, you know, not thinking, but society lived in and saw him as just a nobody, as a loser or as an outcast. Wow. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, he's known everywhere now.
He's like one of the greatest minds ever live.
Yeah.
And there could be one of those people right now who is in some kind of
like bad situation, you mean?
Bad situation, or they can't fucking read, they're dyslexic or something like that in school, and everyone's like passing them up like,
we'll never know.
Well, we're gonna throw them in that school with all the like they have that school, alternative school. Yeah, they're gonna throw them in there, and you know, just kind of we're doing fine.
That's like a microcosm of our society. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You shuffle them over there.
Yeah, you're not gonna help us, and it's just sad. And I think socialism plays off of, you know, a different outlook of that.
Like Norway and Finland do it.
Mm-hmm. Finland's got like the best education system in the world.
Michael Moore had a film about that.
Yeah,
I didn't really see it. Did you hear about it? Yeah,
I watched it. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, like they have no homework.
Yeah,
for one,
they have once in a while they'll have homework, but they
have more recess. It's like more chill.
Yeah, they're like you know
But that's too hippie for America.
It's way too.
They're not nature.
Okay, so he asked one of these teachers, this art teacher in Finland.
Okay.
He said, why do you teach art? She's like, well, it's about expression. It's about, you know, finding yourself. And he goes, well, in America, you know, we don't teach art like that. We don't fund art.
Yeah,
you know, it's looked, and
many schools cut it. Yeah.
And you could see on her face, she was just like, really? She's like, and all she said was, the poor children.
The poor children.
She like felt really bad. Like she had empathy for all that's all she could think of, and it's just like sad.
We got tests to take.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to take the SAT.
Every teacher over there was talking about standardized testing, and they were like, he asked them, he was like, what's the biggest criticism you have for the American education system?
Yeah.
And they're like, standardized testing.
That's crazy. That's like the backbone of our school.
It's the backbone. And they said that's the main thing you guys got to scrap. You got to get rid of.
Our school is like torture.
It is.
Here, when I think about it.
Yeah, man. It's just about getting us in and getting us out with.
We have no fun here. That's part of it.
We have no fun.
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, and if you want to talk about no fun, let's look at China, man.
Why?
Oh my God.
Just in general,
like their school system.
Like how you compete for college and like
it's ultra competitive, man. In China.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Or is it Japan?
No, like I know in China they take that test for college, right?
Yeah.
It's like that big annual test. And if you fail the test, you don't go to college.
Really?
And so parents help them cheat, yeah, because if they don't do well on the test, they don't go to college, and then there's no future.
Oh man.
So they're kind of into our system.
Look at that. So think about that test. Think about taking that test. Think about the anxiety you can get from that test.
I don't get why we do that.
And that correlates with their suicide rates over there too, and all that shit.
I don't know why we do that. Take a test to make it in life.
It's just a test, man. I've never taken a test and figured that it was like the end all.
ACT?
I didn't take it that serious. Oh, I've taken tests. Yeah, I'm just saying, like I've never. Yeah, I took the ACT. I did terrible on it.
I like your perspective.
What do
you
stress?
Yeah, I probably stressed out way more. I took ACT prep class.
Yeah, no, not me, man. I didn't.
You got to build your resume, Cody.
Dude, my resume.
I need to teach you about this. NHS. You need to be in like freshman leadership program.
I need to get out to those soup kitchens.
Soup kitchens.
Yeah.
Be captain of the football team.
Oh, I got to do that too, huh?
Yeah, and then go to U of M.
And then go to U of M and get 4.0.
And study, never party.
Oh my! And no, you got to party.
Oh, you got to party.
You got to show that you're out. You're outgoing.
Right.
They want balance
for your job interview.
They want your Twitter page to look like you're balanced.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You got to have some. You got to
censor your Twitter.
You got to have some pictures on Twitter of you at a party wearing a sweater with a button up dress shirt underneath with a collar coming out.
Right.
And you got to have no alcohol in your hand. You got to have a water. It's got to show that you don't do that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got to show that because you're an individual.
This is good, yeah.
You don't do anything bad, but you still are outgoing and you still like to talk.
Yeah.
Right. You got to. That's just it's.
You got to watch your Facebook page.
I don't have any of it.
There's a lot of articles about that. Yeah, you don't.
I don't have any of it, man.
Well, good. Now the employers can't see it. Yeah, you need to get.
That's not why I don't have it, man. That's not why I don't have it for fucking employers. No, I just don't like it. It's just a waste of my time.
Well, let's get Mark Zuckerberg on this show. I think he's going to disagree with you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Social media is the future.
You know, I don't think Mark Zuckerberg would give a shit if I didn't have a Facebook.
Why don't you like it though? It's not all bad.
It's not all bad, no. But what I found out is that I even do it with YouTube. You can't get rid of YouTube, and I like YouTube, but
do you have a YouTube account?
No, but okay. I just got my YouTube. The scroll on YouTube, all your shit. And what you watch determines is what's on your scroll. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, recommended. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you just that action of just scrolling and just looking, and then all of a sudden you realize, what am I doing?
You're like Ari Shaffir.
What am I doing right now?
Well, you're addicted.
Put it down.
Ari Shaffir didn't do that for 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah. He went on
no email, no
left,
phone,
and he left, dude, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ari Shaffir.
I just listened to him actually. Yeah.
He went on some trip.
Yeah, to like China and stuff.
He just went and traveled around and lived.
No, you don't like being hooked on it though. Yeah.
I find out that like it's just an action to do where I could just be reading or I could be writing. Because I want to be a writer, so I could be working on that, or I could just be sitting still and meditating, or going outside and going for a walk.
Oh yeah.
Or spending time with people I love.
I mean,
and stuff
it's balance.
Like that. It is balance, exactly. But dude,
no, what do you not like about the drama? Or?
I don't know a single person, man, that does it right. I don't know a single person who does Facebook or Twitter.
You don't?
Or Instagram the right way. Balance, like you just said, balance. I don't know anyone who does. That's their life. It controls
you just
them.
See them like
all the time. Oh, we're doing something cool. I gotta take a picture.
Maybe they're
learning. Show everyone how cool I am.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking sickening, man.
I've heard this before. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean,
it's just, I'm telling you, man. It's. I got out. I had a Snapchat. I had a Twitter. I had a Facebook, and I deleted everything. And I haven't had it for a year, and I don't want it at all.
Is it because you see people what they're doing in their life? Do you
that,
feel like you're not doing as good?
No.
I've read this.
That's
so.
good.
No,
yes.
like fear of missing out.
I like where
I've
you're
seen
going.
articles about this.
Well, see, that's the sickness. You're comparing yourself to others.
The comparison thing, right?
Yeah, you're looking at other people and you're saying, oh fuck. It's just the same as looking at your neighbor's house, saying, oh man, my neighbor's got that nice new car and their grass looks great. I need to do that. And you don't even question your actions. You're just reacting again.
Mm-hmm.
And you're looking at these pictures and you're reacting and reacting and reacting, and you're just changing. And it's just it goes back to every single person in your life is going to have an impact on who you are. Now let's look at social media. How many friends do you have on Facebook?
A lot.
Because
back when it came out in college, everybody had it in like 06, 07.
Right.
Everybody had a Facebook.
So I guarantee you don't know very well every single person on there.
No.
And you don't like everybody.
Probably 90% of people I never talk to.
I bet you don't even like a lot of them.
No.
I bet you there's some people on there that you really dislike.
Right.
Right. So
well, you meet people, then they friend you.
Right. Exactly.
In life.
I just found,
the drama? I mean, there's a lot of drama.
There's a lot of drama.
I think it turns a lot of people off too.
See, what I did with Twitter is
having bad friends.
I followed like 2 people that I know personally.
Twitter's cool. You can follow anybody.
Yeah. See, the thing is, what I did with Twitter for a while, and I just got rid of it just so I could say I got rid of all of it. But I had Twitter, and I would follow like TED Talks.
Yeah.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson
right.
and just all these cool people, and it just became kind of a news feed for me, and it was a controlled news feed where I could kind of.
That's what I do. It's news.
Yeah, but I try to stay away from.
You want to get rid of all of them. Twitter's good for news though.
It is good for news. I know.
Facebook though, I don't know.
Oh, dude.
I try to see what people. I don't know.
All I know is that my mom is on Facebook, and my grandpa is on Facebook.
Right. Everybody can see what you're saying.
Not that. It's just that I don't give a fuck what my mom is doing today.
Oh.
I love my mom, but I just see what it's doing to people, and it's changing. They're doing less stuff in reality. They're not doing as much. It's not about action. It's about.
You think people do stuff for the Facebook?
Yes. The do it for the Vine thing.
Do it for the Vine.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Maybe you're right. I don't know.
I know I'm right.
You mean like subconsciously?
Yeah. They're not.
People are doing stuff in life just to
I just see like my sister. Controls her.
I wonder if you just see how people really are. I don't know.
Actually, I do know one person who does it right. My brother Joe. He has a Facebook.
Yeah.
And I think he has an Instagram, and he's not controlled by it at all.
Oh,
not that I know. And you might. I don't know. I've never followed you on Twitter. I've never seen.
Oh,
I don't have one. But I've never seen you on Twitter either. So I don't know how much time you spend on it.
I try to post articles and interesting things.
See, that's
like
cool.
News.
That's cool.
I try to stay away from drama, I guess.
That's good. See, that's good. I guess.
I don't know.
Maybe I don't give a shit enough.
Like, it's kind of worn off on me, I guess. At first, it was really cool.
Right.
You could plan parties in college.
Yeah.
People always did that, like events.
Yeah.
So that was helpful for that.
Yeah. Well, see, you can. there's no doubt.
It is weird.
There's no doubt you can change the world in a positive way through social media.
There's good and bad ways, I guess. It is kind of weird to do your status constantly, I guess.
Totally.
I'm at Cody's hanging out. Now I'm driving home in my car. Is that how you're supposed to do it? That's kind of what I feel like.
I've seen people
do. They want you to do.
I've seen people
driving home now. Just got home.
Oh,
I thought about doing that actually.
What is the point?
Joke.
Yeah,
because that's what you're supposed to do, right?
It's disgusting.
Checking in. I should check in.
It's like having that person you're in a relationship with that you have to share every single second what you're doing every day with, but except you're doing it with the whole planet. I mean, anyone can see it. I mean, I know you can make it private to your friends and shit.
You can make it private.
But whatever, man. I mean, you're sharing it with a significant amount of people.
Maybe I should make it my thing. I don't know.
You should if you're gonna do it.
I don't know. I was public for a while.
If you're gonna do it, man, just keep doing it the right way. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like nobody cares.
No one.
In a way.
Well,
people like you make me think. Well, maybe nobody really cares.
Well,
like, what's the point of social media then?
Well, it depends on who you're following. Like, let's say you start this startup business, and you make like a Facebook page or a Twitter page for your business.
It's good for that.
It's great for that. Like if I had that solar power company, I would make a page for that today. Yeah. Because that's how you get in touch with people. One good thing,
we've agreed.
Yes, absolutely. And it's great for networking. Like if you're trying to so we talk about this competitive world where everyone's trying to get ahead. If you play that game, you can do it in a good way. Like you can play that competitive game and have a good cause and try to make the best of a shitty situation.
Like networking?
Networking, yeah.
Business?
Yeah, like let's say you're trying to change people's outlooks on, like we're talking about Buddhism and meditation. I guarantee you if you have a ton of friends and you start sharing some cool videos about meditation and show like your passion towards meditation, someone who might stumble upon that, and if one person sees that and it could change their whole life, it took you 5 seconds to put it on there, that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like you changed that person's life.
Yeah, I think you don't like all the strange people on there.
I don't mind strange people.
I mean, not strange. Like, there's people on there you never talk to. Maybe it'd be better if Facebook really was only our closest friends. Maybe. I wonder if that would be better.
Well, see, no,
like our tribe.
Well, like I had, like a tribe. Well, like I had Twitter, where Twitter you can only follow. Like the only people that you see is who you follow.
Right.
And for a long time, I followed people I knew, and
you just don't want to know as much, I guess.
I just don't care. I don't care I don't even care what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Yeah.
Why would I care?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's something cool, like
I'm going to the Buddhist temple, you might want to know.
Then you should text me. You should invite me. Okay. I would love to go.
I'll send you a Facebook event.
Yeah. No, just text me on the fucking phone. Call me, as a matter of fact.
Call me. We're going back to the 80s.
Give me a call, man. See, I do phone calls way more.
I'll leave a message on your answering. You call? That's anti-millennial.
Dude.
I think phone calls are weird.
I like them.
But I'll call you.
Call me, man. You should call me for
awkward breaks.
Is that your phone?
Hi, Cody.
Yeah,
They're so personal.
What, the calls?
Seems like it.
Well, that's just because you're conditioned.
Yeah, I'm used to texting.
You're used to.
Yeah. Now we're on the phone. Hey. I don't know. My mom talks on the phone all the time.
Yeah.
She's in the phone generation. She can do like hour phone calls.
I do hour phone calls all the time. Huh. Yeah, I got some friends, dude. We should do some hour phone calls. I love them. Dude,
I haven't done a phone call.
I'm gonna call you at like I'm gonna call you at like 1 or 2 in the morning of these days.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be hammered, and I'm gonna start talking to your ear off about like VR goggles or something like that. And it'll just spiral, and it'll be beautiful, Kyle.
Beautiful.
You'll love it. I do that all the time with some of my friends. We'll just get in like a conversation. Some of my friends hate it, but like you just get in a conversation on the phone, and you can go in so much more in depth. Like
wow.
You know what I mean?
FaceTime,
yeah, that's fine.
More in depth. No, not FaceTime.
Well, I mean, it don't matter.
Too intense.
It's the same thing.
Too intense.
That's the same thing. The FaceTime is this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I just noticed that
Facebook's the best. I don't know.
I just noticed that
social media is the future, Cody.
Man, you can live your life in a box.
I'm gonna get you on it.
Good luck, brother. Good luck, man.
It's the future.
I have people trying.
What about VR? I
love VR.
Oh, that's like social media times 10.
How? How is virtual reality social media times 10?
I don't know. Facebook's making a headset. They want you to like.
Well, you don't have to get those. I have a headset in that back room.
It's like augmented reality because Apple's coming out with a headset in 2020.
Okay.
Or 2019.
I'll check it out.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm in. That because it's new.
See, I think that will use Facebook because I think when you have AR goggles, then you can look at your friends and stuff and see their name and like birth date. I think that's the future of AR too.
Yeah.
Like never remembering names.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but see, who cares about that? See, okay,
that's the future
so
for sure.
like,
I look at you and I can see your interest like hovering next to you.
See, I'm not interested in that.
In your pictures you just
I
took.
know there's a lot of people, like even Rogan and those guys, love that.
I think that's where it's going.
We're talking about like, you know, like when you like Facebook and social media, there
It's
is
an
positive
evolution.
things. There's positive things, but there's negative things. And for some reason, personally,
Yeah,
I counterbalance, and I said, there's too many negative things. I'm just gonna get rid of it.
I don't know if you can get away from it though.
I promise I can.
It's like the internet. Like
maybe eventually I'll come back. Maybe when it settles down a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe when it's like, if you don't have one, you don't exist.
Yeah, right.
Because
when there's augmented reality contacts and stuff.
Yeah. See, the thing about virtual reality and augmented, well, like augmented reality is that Pokemon Go thing. That's augmented reality, which I never played.
Yeah,
See, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for something cooler.
When there's goggles, you could play like Survive. You ever played Call of Duty Survivor?
No, I'm not a video game guy, man.
Or Zombies? You never played like Call of Duty Zombies?
I've never played Call of Duty.
It's like where zombies attack this room and you have a gun, you shoot them, and before they get to you, like defend your space.
I've seen people playing it, yeah, and they put up the walls, and they can rebuild their walls when they're
so like with AR, you could play that in your house and see zombies attacking you outside, coming through your window. It would look like they're coming through.
You bring me that game, I will play that game.
I think that's where it's going because there's a Walking Dead game coming out where you go out in the real world, like around your house right here, and there'd be zombies like they'd have shadows and the proper lighting.
Yeah,
and you'd have a computer graphic zombie that accurately reflects the sunlight in the current moment. So it would look real, like there's really...
See, now that's interesting.
It would place video game characters into the world, and they'd look like me and you.
Okay.
So then you have a realistic game.
That's cool. Here's my prediction for myself.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
I feel like when that comes out,
yeah,
I'm going to like it.
Yeah.
For a little bit. I'm telling you, man.
You're going back to turning butter.
I'm going to come back to turning butter because...
You're going to join the Amish.
There's something about just... Virtual reality is all about not living in your own reality. And that is cool. It's cool. I mean, every time you fucking drink beer, every time you smoke some pot, every time I have a chew, you know, it's manipulating my perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
Obviously, like, you know, we're always trying to escape in some way. But I think it's really dangerous to escape for too long. Because then you'll come back. I know some people. I know some people who have video game addictions, man. Are dangerous, man. They will ruin your life.
Yeah, I've seen kids do that, play all day.
All day, man.
I've had friends of friends that played games all day.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, I could not do that.
Yeah, man. I stay away from video games because I have an addictive personality. Like, I am so OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder.
You're like Rogan with Quake.
Yeah.
He's talked about this.
Yeah, man. I mean, I just get into shit. Like, Rogan got me into archery.
Really?
You know? Yeah.
That's cool.
And I haven't gone hunting yet. And I bought a bow, and then I fucking dry fired my bow, and I broke it. And
you can't do that?
No, you can't dry fire. I broke my bow. It bent it, and I had to return it. And I didn't. I don't have a bow anymore. But I'm gonna get another bow coming up. I'm just waiting. I don't have money, so
Wah, wah.
But yeah, no, like I just get into shit. Like that's all I fucking talked about was archery for months.
That's cool. You want to be out in the world, yeah.
Yeah, or just doing anything. Like, I mean, when doing this podcast, like, I'll go in waves. Like, right now, I'm coming back into a wave where it's like, I just want to do podcasts. And then, like, a couple months will go by and, it'll settle down a little bit and something else will come in. So maybe that will happen with, like, video games, but I just got to be careful because I don't want to get addicted to something.
You're not a pro gamer.
I'm not a pro gamer?
What a world. I mean, you don't want to be a pro gamer. Well, it's weird how there are pro gamers, though.
Oh, like
they're on Twitch,
Yeah.
There are kids that's all they do now.
I realize I suck at video games, too. I really suck at it.
I don't know if I could do it all day. I can't focus that much.
Yeah.
I feel weird, too. I feel like I'm wasting my life.
Yeah. Well, see, with the virtual games and stuff, I feel like with virtual reality and augmented reality, I'm already right now with virtual reality, I'm not drawn to the games. I'm more drawn into like playing, not playing, but like just putting on something. Like there's like this like thing where like you can just like surf around like interstellar space.
Oh, I've done that. I have a Google Cardboard.
Do you have that? I thought you said you were gonna say you have Oculus Rift.
I do. I have a demo. I do. I have the beta version.
Really?
I never liked it though. It's kind of weird. It's in my closet though.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, where you can go places.
Yeah, you
like under the ocean.
Go yes, dude. I could lay in my bed for hours. The other day I was almost late to that basketball game. Because I was on the fucking moon, man, in my bed.
You have a cardboard thing?
I have just a plastic goggles I just got for my birthday. They're really...
With the lenses and stuff?
Yeah, they're not very good. They kind of give me a headache. I'm gonna upgrade.
You have an iPhone?
I have an iPhone 7.
See the app. The Vive. You have that app,
dude. I'll have to show you all my shit after. I don't have. You'll have to show me, man. Like you're gonna have to.
Oh, I thought you had the app.
You have to educate me. No, I don't have. I have like just a couple apps right now downloaded. It's like this moonwalk. I downloaded this roller coaster, which is not that very cool. You know, like I just wanted to show my mom.
No, it's called Within.
Is that I might have seen that in the App Store. You'll have to show me, man. Is it cool?
Yeah, it's just a thing where you can like go under the ocean. Oh, New York Times did some stuff where you go to like a Syrian refugee camp. Does it
cost money?
No.
Okay, good.
You know those 360 cameras?
Yeah.
You've seen that on Facebook where you can stand there and spin around. Yeah.
That's what the moon is
cool.
too. Yeah. And
there's Google Maps. Do you know you can do that?
No.
You can use Google Maps and go to Street View and anywhere in the Street View and do it.
And you can walk around?
And anywhere in the Street View.
No way.
Yeah, and you can push the arrow and walk down the street.
Oh, wow.
So you can like go to New York and like look at the skyscrapers. Yeah.
See, now that's cool.
Yeah. You've probably seen it on your computer, but...
Well, Google Maps I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, in the Street View, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
so you
totally.
do it 3D.
I didn't know you could do that.
3D.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
What about the porn, dude?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen VR porn?
I've seen of it. I've never done it.
Oh, dude, you're missing out.
It's the future.
It's the future of porn.
I keep saying that, but it is.
Yeah, definitely. If you just go on like a regular porn site and type in, you know how you can just search different categories. Type in virtual reality.
I didn't know they did that.
They have them. They have them now. They're like really like basic.
Oh, it's like the camera, the 360.
It's the 360 camera, and you put them in your goggles, and it looks like you're fucking a chick, dude.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, it looks like you're doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not like sitting there watching two people.
Oh.
Fuck. No.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I was telling Dan about it the other day, and he was like so intrigued. He's like, really?
Was he?
Really? He's like, and then he goes, where can I get a set? Like, where can I get a headset? And I was like, dude, Walmart, man. That's where I got mine.
That's funny.
But yeah, dude, it's going in different directions for sure. It's and as far as innovation goes,
wow,
they're great things, but there's just a lot of bullshit as far as personal preference goes. It's just going to be kind of what you want to do.
Can't believe you hate Facebook.
That really bugs you, doesn't it?
No, not really, but yeah.
Let's see how good
Let's check my reading.
See how good
do the bowl.
Let's see. I want to hear your
They're gonna say I want to hear your aura.
You gotta do like a chant, like a Lotus Sutra. Do you know any of those?
No.
God, dude, I need to learn one of those. Let's see. Let's get this going.
Those are like louder than I thought.
Just gotta be in the moment. You feel that?
I need one. What are those called? I'll look it up. It's probably called Buddha bowl.
No, not a Buddha bowl. You're gonna get some kind of like some Buddha-shaped smoking instrument.
Oh, this one.
That's what you're gonna get. You're gonna smoke out of his big belly.
That's.
No, it's called a humming bowl. We got this in Ann Arbor. There's like this Buddhist store in
I love Ann Arbor.
Yeah, man. We should go sometime.
We should.
Ann Arbor's the shit.
There's a good vibe.
See, that's what Alan Watts would call like a happening. It's just a happening.
Like, I like Alan Watts, man.
Yeah,
I've heard some speeches online.
Yeah, man. Just a happening. Just like that's. It's just nothing.
It's a
more.
moment.
It's just there. Just be in that moment.
I'm trying to get Wi-Fi. I'm addicted.
Oh, is it bothering
Personal hotspot.
Oh, dude, I don't know my Wi-Fi password, or else I'd help you.
Yeah, you guys don't have Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, we do.
You're anti-internet.
We have Wi-Fi.
Anti-future.
We have a podcast, but no Wi-Fi in this house.
Oh, no.
Let's see if I could figure. Yeah. Oh, see, like, I pulled up Kyle.
Oh, I got it.
Kyle's
My iPhone.
Yeah. You have your own Wi-Fi on here. Dude, you gotta...
Got it.
You should come with over this holiday, man. My brother is coming home. We'll be doing some podcasts and stuff.
Oh, yeah?
But we were talking about Wim Hof. Remember I was showing you that thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the cold, with embracing the cold and doing the Wim Hof segment.
Yeah, the guy that can sit in the freezing water for 5 years.
Yeah, man. We go to this pool. That was at a pool in Lapeer. It's at a Best Western in Lapeer. And we sneak in.
Why there?
Well, it's just the only place I know. They have this waterfall.
Oh.
And it's cold water, and we lay in it. And we lay in this waterfall for 10 minutes after doing the breathing techniques. You should come with us, man. It's really cool.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared. Anybody can do it, man. To even make it worse, there's a hot tub right next to it. So we go in the hot tub and we get our body really warm, and then we do our breathing technique, which is just you're taking in oxygen faster than you're exhaling it in a way.
Oh, okay.
And you're doing deep breaths for like a certain amount of breaths. I forget the whole method, but you do that and then you hold your breath at the end, and you find that you can hold your breath longer than normal. Because there's more oxygen built up in your lungs and in your white blood cells and all this scientific shit. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and then after you hold your breath for as long as you can, you do another set, and you realize after another set you can even hold it longer, and you just keep going. You can hold your breath for a really long time.
Weird.
And we were holding our breath underwater. It's really interesting, man.
Oh, you're holding your breath?
We were holding our breath, and then when you get into the cold, so it works in different levels too. Like going in the cold. You get in the cold, and I don't know if it's this kind of placebo effect kind of thing, but you get in the cold and your body's naturally going to tell you to get the fuck out, right?
Yeah,
it's cold. It's like, this doesn't feel good. Your brain is going to send signals to your brain, get out. And you're just fighting that. And you're sitting there and you're breathing and you're fighting. It's like a meditation, man. Like, you know how like if you're trying to meditate and you're trying not to think of anything, and that you find that that's impossible. Like it's impossible not to think of anything. So it's just a constant battle when you're meditating.
Intense. It's
intense. So like when you're sitting in the water, it's a constant battle of trying not to get out. And like we laid in the snow for like 5-10 minutes.
Wow.
And that was way worse than the water. Way worse.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Yeah. That was painful.
6 years of practice.
Yeah, well, we did it in like one day. Like, but I don't know if we did it properly, but we just stayed. You just don't get up. You're just fighting your mind, you know?
Yeah.
That reaction. Your reaction is to get out. You're just fighting that. And every time you do that, it's like a mental push-up, you know? You're like, you're strengthening that side of your brain.
And that's how he did it, probably.
Yeah.
Over time.
Well, yeah, and it also makes your immune system stronger.
Oh.
Yep. He did some studies where like they hooked him up to all these instruments and they injected him with this virus, and he didn't get sick. He didn't get sick after doing this breathing technique.
Oh.
And they're like, well, maybe you're kind of like a genetic, you know, something with your genetics, you're just able to do this. So he had like 18 of his pupils that he taught this method to, and they hooked all of them up to these machines, and no one got sick.
Wow.
So it's like it's
more than I thought.
He's on a cutting edge, yeah. Look, check him out. He's on Rogan's podcast.
Okay.
Twice. He's on it twice. Wim Hof.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's on it twice, and it's good shit.
Wim Hof.
It's good shit. It's really good shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so come to the pool with us, man. Change your life.
Maybe.
Maybe. You're not a guy for cold.
I'm allergic to the cold.
Oh, no way.
I have a weird allergy. This sounds like bullshit, but it's not. I get welts and stuff.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably do it.
No, not if you're fucking
I'm like
allergic.
sensitive, I mean.
What do you mean you get welts?
I just test in like first grade. Like if you put ice cubes on my skin, I get welts.
Well, then you shouldn't do this. Now that you're gonna come out, dude, we're gonna.
I don't know if I still have it though.
Icy.
Isn't that weird?
We'll take a cold shower tonight and find out. Test it out. See what happens.
I wanted to do that because I've heard.
You're good.
Oops. Take cold showers.
Cold showers are good for
energy and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I take cold showers sometimes. You know, it's hard to get yourself to do it because it sucks.
This all goes back to Rogan. What an influence! Because he does this cryogenic.
He does all this shit. Yeah, he even fasts. You know, try to get your body in ketogenic state. You ever heard of that?
Yeah, I do that. I fast during the week.
Really?
Yeah, I try to. I try to be on a ketogenic diet.
Yeah, like an
I eat a lot of nut butter and seeds.
During the week you fast? Like what's your schedule?
A couple of days. Well, I mean, like I'll stop eating at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night and not eat till like noon the next day.
Exactly.
That's what I do.
That's exactly. Yeah, that's called intermittent fasting.
I don't get hungry either.
Exactly. And a lot of my friends have been doing that, and they say that after a while, at first you kind of feel like shit, and then after a while you have more energy.
Yeah, I don't eat much sugar either though.
That's fine, man. That's good.
I think it helps.
That's a good thing.
I think it helps.
Totally. What do you eat when you're eating?
Like a Mediterranean diet. Like my dad's Syrian.
Okay.
I eat a lot of hummus.
That's good.
Like fish and veggies.
You're a healthy kid.
Try to eat
healthy guy.
I try to eat healthy.
Kid. What the fuck am I calling you a kid?
No, I try to eat healthy, yeah.
That's awesome,
it's important.
Man. Yeah, see, we tried. We went all out. I had a bad experience with fasting. Not bad, but I just failed miserably.
Oh, yeah.
Where we tried to do a 72-hour fast. From the get-go, man.
Probably shouldn't do that.
From the get-go, we watched this documentary about fasting, and this guy did this 72-hour fast to get his body in a ketogenic state like that.
Oh, okay.
Because he was trying to get healthy. And after that, you know, he would like do some intermittent fastings like you're doing, and then he would do that 72-hour fast again down the road. And I tried to do it, and I lasted like 40 hours.
That's pretty good.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it won't kill you.
It sucked.
You drank water, right?
I drank lots of water, and after a while, water had a terrible taste.
Oh, really?
Like, water tasted like shit. My mouth had a bad taste in it because I was just so hungry.
Oh, weird.
And, like, I was trying to sleep, like, on the second night, and I couldn't sleep because I couldn't stop thinking about just going upstairs and eating because there's food.
People never experience that anymore.
No, and that's why I wanted to do it, because I'm like, you know, I'm a human. I want to experience human things. You know, I want
people used to experience that back in the day.
Exactly. They used to be hungry.
Yeah.
So I wanted to feel fucking Gandhi.
Did you get energy?
No, because it was like, you know, I was getting tired, you know, just doing a 30-hour fast.
Yeah.
Just trying to do a 72-hour fast. You're not going to feel any energy right away. Like,
how are you supposed to go hunting?
Yeah, I don't go hunting.
I mean, if you were to, like,
oh, exactly.
I wonder how the people did it, Native Americans, yeah.
Yeah.
They're hunting, starving.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Sounds intense.
It was just, my brother made it. He made it. He did 72. He made it 72 hours. He got pissed at me when I quit. Yeah, probably. I don't think it's more about losing weight though.
I thought you would, just burning.
Eventually, yeah, because what happens is your body stops burning sugar or something like that. It starts burning fat or something like that.
Like that's what it does, you're saying?
Yeah, it runs
after
out.
What, 70 hours?
I don't know the exact.
Oh.
I don't think so. I don't know why it was 72 hours, but it was miserable, man. I couldn't do it.
Get a headache?
I just felt, everything. I was crabby, headache. And, you know, the thing was, like, if I was more into Buddhism at that time, I would have just been like, I'm supposed to feel this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm supposed to feel a headache. I'm supposed to feel sick. I'm not supposed to feel great. That's why I'm doing this in the first place. What did I expect? Like, from the get-go.
Meditate through it.
Yeah, what did I had this just big head, like I was going to enjoy not eating for 70 hours. Like, what the fuck am I thinking?
I thought you were going to feel tired. I mean, hungry.
Yeah, just hungry.
Primarily.
Yeah, you think of like this form of hunger. Like right now, if someone asked me, are you hungry? Yeah. Yeah, I could eat. But like, I'm not really hungry right now, you know? I ate before you got here. Like, we're just constantly just taking in. We're so privileged in that way. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. It was a bad experience. It was a really bad experience. I should probably try it again.
I guess I'll stick to 12 hours.
Yeah, definitely. Don't try 72. I wouldn't. It's too extreme.
They say it's good for your immune system though, the 15-hour ones.
Yeah, exactly. So you only eat, you don't eat at night.
Yeah, right.
See, that would bug me.
Don't eat past 9 or something.
See, that's when I eat the most.
I do too. I snack a lot at night.
Well, I thought you fast.
When I'm not fasting.
So do you fast like only during the week?
I might do it a couple of days a week.
Okay.
Maybe a day.
Yeah.
I don't do it like all the time. I've done it.
It's still good though, right?
I've heard it's good for you.
Yeah.
It gives your body a break, I think, from digesting.
Right. It cleans you out.
Yeah.
You just drink a lot of water when you do it?
Like our ancestors did, yeah. It makes sense though. Your body's not constantly having to digest stuff.
It was like Gandhi. Do you remember when Gandhi was protesting?
I think I've heard of this.
Yeah, he was protesting some kind of war. I don't know what it was specifically, but he said like, I'm not going to eat until this stops.
Yeah, wasn't
he almost killed himself.
Oh,
he almost
died.
Messed up. Yeah, but like, you know, he was setting an example, but he's like, yeah, I'm going to fast until this stops. And people like, you know, Gandhi was out in this hut in the middle of nowhere, fucking in a bed. His wife was taking care of him. He wouldn't eat.
Damn.
And finally some guy came and said, all right, well, we're going to stop. Because like, he was like the epitome of everything, you know, for them. But like, that takes a certain discipline to do that.
Oh yeah, skin and bones.
Skin and bones, man. I should have just meditated, you know? If you just meditate through that, I don't know.
I'm not going to try it. I might die.
What, from fasting for 72 hours?
I don't know.
You wouldn't die.
I need to pour a cup first.
Pour a cup of what?
I gotta get fat first.
Oh, yeah. No, that would make it worse, man. See, I thought that too. When I was first starting, I was like, I'm just going to eat a huge meal before and I'll be okay. And you find out how like impermanent like eating a whole meal is.
Well, yeah.
You know, like
a few hours.
Yeah, a few hours and you're fucking back to where you were. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's ridiculous.
There's some guy online though I heard was like 500 pounds he didn't eat for like a year, literally. Something like that.
He just had supplements?
Yeah.
I heard something like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like barely ate.
Yeah.
Literally for a year.
I heard a guy that, I think it was probably the same guy. He just fasted for a whole year and just got all his protein stuff through pills, through supplements.
Well, I didn't hear about that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Well, yeah, you could not eat for a whole year without having supplements, dude.
I thought you could.
You would have died.
I guess so, yeah.
If you just drank
I thought
water,
you just burn fat.
no, if you just drank water for a whole year, you would die.
Because you'd burn his fat, right? I guess I don't know enough about it.
There's so much more.
Because he has 500 pounds of fat. Or 400 that he doesn't need.
Yeah.
400 pounds of fat.
Even if he was super fat still, he would have still died. Right? I
guess. I don't know.
Your body can't just live off of your fat.
I thought it...
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's what
I thought it could. That's the whole point.
I thought it could.
Why your body stores fat. Right? To live. That's why you store fat.
To a certain point, right?
Yeah, to a certain point.
We don't know.
Maybe he's really unhealthy, though.
Butchering this. We don't know. Shit. I don't know, man. That's ridiculous. Like, just to think, like, it was, what I found about it with fasting was, like, chewing. Like, the act of, like, chewing and swallowing.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, taste, like, that taste pleasure.
Uh-huh.
That's what got me the worst. Like,
missing that?
I was addicted to it.
Oh.
Like, I was addicted to, like, tasting. You know what I mean?
It's a fun time.
It's more than just a fun time. It's an addiction. Like,
eating's more than just eating, yeah.
Yeah, it's way more than just getting energy, you know?
It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you, like, just like the foods that we have today with the sugars and all the...
Oh, yeah.
And the sweeteners and all that stuff, like, if you just eat raw foods, that's got to be hard. You know, you don't even look at that as food.
What?
Just eating raw foods.
Raw foods?
Like, you know, those people who go on raw food diets.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. Raw milk, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wouldn't do that.
I don't know.
Hippies.
Man. Fucking goddamn hippies, man.
Kimchi.
Oh, dude, the hippie culture. That's what you're a part of.
No.
That's what we're a part of, man.
You're
a hippie.
I won't be.
I'm just kidding. No, it's like...
No, yeah, I like hippies, yeah, sure.
Totally, but it's just been...
Totally.
Have you noticed that it's like this whole idea of being different and being a hippie or being an introvert or whatever has just become about something more? Like, I'm not getting this across well at all.
Yeah, I know it's not as fringe now.
It's so it's like an image. It's like a trend now.
It's like Portlandia.
What's that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that show Portlandia.
What's that?
It's about hippies and stuff.
Oh,
it's like very popular now. Is that what you mean?
I don't know what Portlandia is, but like
it's about Oregon and all the hippies.
Yeah, it's like popular
and
to
like weird stuff.
It's popular to be a hippie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like
It's a show from an SNL guy.
Okay.
I forgot his name.
Yeah,
it's about Portland.
Okay.
And all the hippies.
Right. Well, like you just see these kids like they're just like they just dress like a hippie, you know, and there's nothing wrong with hipster. That's perfect. The ultimate hipster. That's like such a big thing right now.
That's big, yeah. California.
And even my brother went to Northern up in Marquette.
Oh yeah.
It's huge up there.
Really?
Like, they're just full of hipsters, man.
I didn't expect that.
There's just guys in man buns and women wearing moccasins.
In the UP?
There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
like,
there's not.
No,
I didn't think it was a Michigan thing.
Yeah, no.
I thought more LA.
Yeah.
Venice Beach.
Probably them too, for sure.
Northern.
You know, you see it with like, yeah, you know.
Man buns.
Living out of, and it's, I think it's kind of cool.
Living out of what?
Living out of your car.
They do? At Northern?
No, not at Northern. But like, you see those videos of like.
Tiny houses and stuff?
Tiny houses. Those are cool as shit.
HGTV has them on.
Oh really?
Yeah.
That would be cool, man. I could live in a tiny house.
I thought it'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where you would live. My aunt brought that up one time. Like, where do you live?
If you live in a tiny house, can you get one that's portable?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. You're right.
Yeah, you could just live.
Yeah, you need a car to pull it.
Yeah, man.
Which I don't have.
Why don't more people
I guess
do
you need
that?
a truck.
Yeah,
you could live at KOA. But you need money.
Yeah, dude,
I need a trust fund.
That's perfect.
I would live like that.
Yeah,
we need money though.
Like, yeah, you need a job. Well, see, I know some. I saw this video. I saw this video of these couple, like this guy and this girl, who they said they worked for like 2-3 years consistently, like hard, and saved up all this money, and bought like this portable like house, and like traveled the world together and just lived cheap and efficiently, and just went and saw shit and just loved life. And I'm like, man, that's the way to do it, man. You know, you just work for a couple years.
That's a good idea.
And go out and do that. That's a good way to not become a part of this system. You know, we're talking about the system.
Yes.
This whole.
We'd have to for a few years, yeah.
You just participate for a couple years, and then you just kind of break free and then come back.
You have to get a serious job then.
Yeah, well,
they probably made like what, $60,000 each.
Yeah, I don't know how much a portable house would be, and then you got gas and food, and then traveling expenses and.
Portable house, probably like $50,000.
You think so?
20, 30.
But see,
I guess.
Dude, you don't have to get one of those top of the lines ones. You could just get a trailer, man.
Right.
You know, or
you could just get a trailer. That's true.
You could just get one of those big vans with a bed in the back. One of those
conversion vans.
Those creepy vans. Yeah, you can live on them.
Yeah.
It'd be
That's
awesome.
True. Like 8,000 to 9,000 maybe for a nice one.
Yeah, man. I mean, what's stopping guys like us right now from doing that? Nothing. Me and you.
No
dude.
Money.
Both of us.
Some, but not enough.
I know, but we'd have to work for a couple of years. But both of us are living at home. You know, I don't pay to keep the lights on in this place.
Right.
You know, and I'm back to that. Like, I'm very fortunate. You know, you're very fortunate to have families. You're talking about like starting points.
At least we have that, yeah.
We started ahead of a lot of people.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah, man.
No, yeah, we did.
I'm gonna cut that out. I was kidding. But yeah, no, we started at this point where, like, you know, a lot of things that we have and we take for granted.
It's actually not bad, yeah.
It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. We have, and we both work. We both work in the same environment, and it's a good environment.
100%.
Yeah, man. OCTV.
It's decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. And what if you saved up your money?
Yeah.
For 2 years, could you do that?
I mean, yeah, that'd be the way. Stop spending my money, yeah.
Yeah, what do you spend your money on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gas and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you spend your money on.
No, gas.
Fucking Buddha bowls and shit.
Snacks. Gas.
VR goggles.
Yeah.
Chew.
Video games.
I buy
shoes.
Chew.
Oh, chew.
Yeah.
At least it's shoes.
Shoes.
I bought some shoes.
You bought some shoes the other day. Yeah. See, there's all these things that
I really don't need them.
We've been fed that we need. You know, we need new shoes every certain amount.
Well, car payment. I have a car payment.
Okay.
It's like $300.
See, I don't even have that. I got a fucking gym payment.
Oh.
That's it.
You get a ball in Cadillac though.
It's my dad's.
Oh,
Nothing's mine. I don't own any of this shit.
Oh no, you don't even have a car.
Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't own any of this except for maybe the clothes I own.
Yeah.
My guitar, my drum kit.
A few things. Gotta get a disability.
Yeah, like the mic set, you know, my GoPro. That's about it. That's all I own.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a disability. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's kind of a way.
That's the move.
That's the way to go.
Food stamps.
Fucking
socialism.
Social. Yeah, dude.
I'm getting my check.
What for? No, you're not.
I'm gonna break my arm right now.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna get nuked for being a socialist now.
Oh no.
Like oh fuck, what was I gonna say?
Something about you don't have any money in your car. You're gonna go live in the woods.
I'm just gonna go.
No, you wanted to have a camper and a. Yeah.
I'm gonna take all the stuff I own. I'm gonna go live in the woods with it. My guitar's gonna get sopping wet in a day. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I want to live like that.
Just live off the land.
No, I have a motorhome.
Yeah, you could just travel.
Yeah.
See, you know,
just travel.
But we're just talking, man.
I think many people want to do that.
Everyone says they want to travel.
It's a common thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a...
Many people like that.
You think it's bullshit, though? You think it's bullshit that everyone says they want to travel? It's an easy go-to.
Yeah, maybe.
I've always felt that. Like, do you really? Or do you just want to sit in your room and jerk off?
I don't know, you just need...
You know what I mean? Do you really want to travel?
Yeah, some people don't.
You know, but they say that, you know, they say like...
People that do travel, they have a bunch of money.
Yeah, that's...
This couple made $100,000 a year for 5 years.
Yeah.
It's a lot of privileged people that travel, it seems like.
Yeah,
because they had really good jobs, like Google.
Man. Yeah, for sure. And if you can get a job, that like allows you to travel, that's good, except you find out that it's not for luxury, it's for business or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not the same. I would think.
The ideal is winning the lottery. This is the moral of the story.
That's what we need to do. That's what this whole podcast is about. Winning the lottery. That's all it's all.
Then you're free.
Then you're free from capitalism.
Some guy online lived in the woods, but he worked at Google or something.
Oh, really?
You know, he had like a really high-paying job.
And he lived in the woods?
Or something like that.
That's cool.
Travels around.
Oh, I feel like I've heard that. I've heard something about that.
I don't know. I read it somewhere. I forgot.
I don't know either, man. Isn't that weird?
All I know is the Mexicans are coming. We got to build the wall.
That's
all. That's more. That's the root of it. Oh, look at that.
America.
You're a patriot.
Dude, I don't know why I even own that.
Because you love our country?
I do. You know, I do love our country.
You like hard work.
I do love our country.
And you like the 9 to 5.
Yeah. No. Dude, the 9 to 5 is the scariest thing ever. Doesn't that scare you? Do you work the 9 to 5? Not like
10 to 3?
See,
at the most.
That's better. What do you do the whole time when you're there?
Edit Final Cut Pro. I either work the cameras and do the local news or edit videos.
Yeah.
It's pretty chill.
It is. And do you find that like most of the time you're there, are you in one of those situations where you're just running out the clock, or are you?
There's some downtime.
It's important to find a job where the work that you put into it manifests what you get out of it, right? Where like you make more money, the better job you do.
Oh yeah, it's just by the hour.
And that doesn't exist in a lot of places, and that's why.
No, that's not my job. I like the part-time schedule.
Yeah,
I kind of have that Norway, Sweden
deal going.
Less of a work week.
Yeah, for sure. And you got more time to think and meditate.
Yes.
Right?
I like a 30-hour work week.
Yeah.
If I could get it. I mean, I do 25 now.
Right.
I like it better than... Oops, sorry. I keep doing
that. You're good, man. I don't care.
No, yeah. I think people should work less.
Yeah, totally.
At least.
Yeah, because...
At least in 40 hours. People have no life.
That's a big conflict that a lot of these... Okay, so like someone writes a book.
Yeah.
And I keep coming back to like Buddhism because I'm into it.
Buddhism and writing. You
want
to write, don't you?
Yeah, I am. I am writing. I'm writing a fucking novel right now, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll show you it after.
Okay.
But
what were you saying?
So someone writes like a book about enlightenment and like Buddhism.
Yeah.
And you know, it's all about the non-material world. It's about just being in the moment, and it's just very mystical. It's just man. Exactly. But then they make it, and all of a sudden, the planet, society, will award them with material goods for their book.
Oh, yeah.
In the first place. And now they have this huge conflict inside themselves where they have all this money, they have this nice house, and they're like, am I staying true to what I was saying? You know, am I real? You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
But what did they do to deserve that? What are they supposed to do with that money?
I mean, that's what you can't escape it, really.
You can't escape it. So is it a curse? You know what I mean? And someone with no money would be like, fuck you, I'll take that money, right? But who do you give that money to then?
Well, no, you need money, so
you need money
to survive, so it's not a big deal.
And then now they have the luxury to just sit at home and meditate all day because they don't have fucking a 9-to-5 job to go to. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like they have an assistant.
Sounds good to me.
It sounds good, right? But the point is that the way to live?
What else would they do though? I mean, right now you need money though.
Right.
In our current world.
Do you? Do you, Kyle? Do you need money?
I guess you could get food stamps.
Okay, but without the food stamps, like...
How do you eat?
Okay, to an extent, you have some money. But, like, I'm talking about money.
Oh, lots of money?
You got money. Like, I mean, I would never, ever say, yeah, man, I got money. Like, no, I'm fucking broke. Yeah, do I have $200?
Everybody's different.
Yeah, I got a couple $100, but I don't have money. I don't have money to spare. Like, that money needs to get me to school next week. I gotta buy a fucking Christmas present for my fucking family.
Yeah, it's good to have enough money to not worry about it.
Exactly. And you know, they say like human happiness only goes so far with money. Like, yeah, like $70,000 a year. Where'd you hear that?
That's a study I read.
Yeah,
that's like the psychological.
I read that study the other day too.
It's like $70,000 a year.
Yeah, and then after that $70,000, it's
not much difference.
No more. Yes, man. Jack Cornfield.
Maybe a little bit, because then you can buy sweet cars.
Yeah.
If you're into that.
But dude, But a sweet car doesn't give you happiness, does it?
No, I mean, I have a nice car, and it was fun for a while, then you get used to it.
Do you have a nice car?
A GTI.
I don't know shit about cars.
It's like a turbocharged Golf Volkswagen. It's pretty fast.
That's cool.
It's fun for a little bit,
so you have
that's my
fun.
Point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not yeah, but it doesn't give you the same rush as it, you know.
Exactly. It's like a roller coaster.
People on Wall Street, they buy those houses in private jets.
Yep.
Even they buy a private jet, it gets old.
Yes.
I think everything gets old.
Yes, it will but what doesn't get old? There's some things that don't get old, and those are the things that we need to aim towards.
Yeah. Socializing.
Yeah, being with
your
people
family.
You love.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That's the most important thing.
That's the most important
And getting rid of stress. Which is the thing why people get money.
Yes.
Because you get out of the stressful, like pay your bills.
To a point. But some people don't get out of that. Some people will, like some of those people on Wall Street will have so much money.
Well, they're addicted to making money.
They're addicted to it, and they create that stress over and over again.
Yeah.
That's not happiness.
No, I want enough money to not to worry about it. Like living at home is nice because you don't worry about paying the bills.
Yes, exactly.
Imagine worrying about that every day.
Dude,
if I don't go to my job today, I'm not paying rent, and then
we have that right now, man.
Yeah.
See, we're in paradise in a way, you know, but
kind of. We're living like a life like a.
But we have that guilt behind us. The guilt of, man, I'm not really doing it on my own.
Feels kind of shitty, right? Living
Doesn't
with
it?
your parents.
It does, yeah.
Even if they don't care.
Even if they don't care, even if they're like, I don't mind, supporting you so you can figure out what you want to do.
Yeah.
It feels guilty because you're like, well, I already, had a head start. That's something that you're always going to have a conflict with.
Oh, white privilege.
The white privilege or just the class privilege, just the class system, right?
No, yeah, we're lucky in that way.
I'm going to light another incense.
Okay. Getting serious.
Do this.
Lighting the incense.
I need to light an incense to figure this one out.
Okay, good. No, I like living at home in a way.
Smell that one.
I'll admit it.
Doesn't that smell good?
Yeah, it's
this
weird.
This is from like this Hindu temple. You were talking about like a Buddha's temple.
Yeah,
There's like this Hindu.
I thought about becoming a monk.
For real?
I don't know where that came from, but that's true.
Have you ever been in a relationship?
No.
With a girl?
Long time ago.
Well, and it didn't work
like
out?
Middle school. No.
No, for real. I'm serious because that's a monk. You're not gonna have a relationship.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
oh,
I'm saying.
Can't?
No, not celibate, man.
You don't have to do that, do you?
If you want to be a real monk, you cannot have sex, dude. I don't think you can have sex, can you? I know you.
No, I think you're right.
That's why I'm not a monk, man. Because I think that they're missing out on a big part of life. Now, I'm not saying like I'm not being a monk so I can't have sex. No. I'm saying you can't be a monk because you can't have a loving relationship with someone. I think that's a big part of life.
I like the idea of being a monk though because it's stress free. But yeah, you're right.
Yes, because a relationship is stressful, man.
Well, not even that. Just like the career thing.
The career thing.
I hate the idea of having a career.
Well, okay.
I hate that idea so much.
How does a monk support himself?
I don't know. I thought you could just go to a temple
and just get food, food stamps. This is a socialist, man. Well, no. How do those monks live?
I thought you could just go to a place and shave your head and hang out.
Where's the money come from?
I don't know. I thought you could just. I don't know.
They just create it.
A joke, but I'm serious. I thought you could just go to a place and they'll provide it for you.
But someone's providing that then. So now you're connected to society as a monk because someone in society is providing you with food. They're giving you, and someone's working for that money to get that food or to grow that food, to provide it for you who's not working. How that works. Yeah. How does that work? Right?
I just thought you could be a monk though. Can you?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, man. I've never considered actually.
I don't know if I'd actually do it, but
I would never.
It seems chill because you can meditate all day.
And
that's your life.
But dude,
simple.
But dude, you can meditate all day right now, Kyle.
Okay, I guess I'll do that.
You can, man. You can shave your head.
I'm just not going to commit to anything.
Don't commit.
Live at home. Should I just do it?
Just commit or not commit?
Commit. No, just live at home. To live at home. Everybody can judge me, subtly judge me like they already do, probably.
Oh, no one judges.
I feel like everybody judges me.
Like who?
Probably nobody, but it's just a feeling like, oh, Kyle's living at home. You never think like that, really? I think I care too much. You don't care as much.
I know I care. I care, for sure.
I think I care too much what people think.
Yeah, see, that's a sickness,
like
man.
They're judging me. Kyle's living at home still. He's 29. What is he doing?
Yeah, right. Well, but dude, that's all based on society. Society says you're supposed to do this and that, and you're... But then again, man, you are in that field where you're benefiting off of people who do participate in society. Your parents.
Yeah, they did.
They participated.
They went all in.
And if they didn't, you would not have the opportunity in the first place. So either...
It's weird.
What a monk would do probably would just be, I'm thankful for you. Yeah. Thank you very much. I don't know, man. It's difficult.
It's like a paradox.
Yeah.
Because like my parents were all in 70-hour weeks.
Yeah.
And they have money
and to think about a 70-hour week to you sounds like living hell. Right?
Yeah, I mean they like what they were doing.
Right, exactly.
My mom did special ed work. My dad did a speech teacher. Mm-hmm. They like teaching.
See, dude, those are both great jobs. Where not only are you making some money, but you're helping.
Right.
That's a very
they weren't in the corporate world. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's cool.
Find something. If you don't find anything in media, if you don't find yourself happy with that, move on.
Something I like. Yeah.
Because, dude, you didn't. We were talking about like going to school.
Yeah.
And like you feel like if you change your major, you feel like you're going back a step.
I feel trapped. Yeah, I have my degree.
But you're only talking about that standard of having that piece of paper. You went to school and you learned.
Yeah.
So you didn't lose a step. You lived. If life
life
is this huge classroom.
Yeah, it is. I met people.
Yes.
I made friends.
Mm-hmm.
Although they all moved away.
But so what? You experienced. You were a human. If you're just living and breathing, you're not wasting anything.
That's true.
You're just being a human, right?
Yeah.
So if let's say you don't you've been in media for so long,
yeah,
then you find out that, okay, I want to move on.
it gets old.
It wasn't that, media was the wrong choice. You know what I mean? It was just that, you did it and you got what you could out of it, and now you're moving on.
Yeah, right.
So you can move on to something else.
Gotta figure out what that is. I like podcasting. This is fun.
Dude, if I could find a way to make money doing this, that's heaven.
I would do podcasting.
I would
talking. That's chill.
That's like the dream job, man. That's a dream job. I would love to do that. And you can and if you get on that bandwagon right now,
that's
where
true.
Like this is something that's happening.
Think there are a lot of people making money on podcasting?
I think there's a lot of people that are making money, and I think there's a lot of people that are failing. I think there's a lot of people trying.
Yeah, I wonder how big you... Man, you gotta get rid of these cords.
We gotta go wireless.
Podcasting stage 1.
Yeah, that's right, man. No, this is like stage 2, man. We used to not have a mic. We used to not have headphones.
Well, yeah, podcasting's cool. There's so many online now.
Yeah, and I'm kind of... I don't really know a ton of them, to be honest.
I was looking for the top chart here.
Yeah.
I want to see who's number 1. Top charts. Joe Rogan's number 3.
What's number 1?
New York Times.
Okay.
Then Pod Save America.
What about like Star Talk, Neil deGrasse Tyson? That's a good one.
Oh, right here. I was wrong. Oh, TED Talk's number 4.
Yeah. Is that considered a podcast?
I guess so, yeah. Rogan's 5. NPR stuff's like 9 and 10.
What about DTFH, Duncan Trussell?
Oh, Dan Carlin's History is 19. Duncan Trussell, though?
Yeah, look him up.
Ooh, I don't see him here.
It's like a purple, psychedelic looking picture, if there's pictures.
There are. Oh, I don't think he's in the top 100.
Yeah, he's kind of probably lower, but dude, he's great.
Oh, there's so many.
There's a lot. It's a market, man. It's competitive, too. Talking about competition.
True Crime Comedy Team. That's the competition.
Man, I got to get some new headphones. I feel bad for my guests now. These are just like
uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, you have those on.
They're uncomfortable.
They hurt now?
Yeah, they hurt my ears.
These are comfy.
I'm glad I gave you those.
Yeah. There's a lot of dumb podcasts.
Yeah, there's...
Tobacco Road.
I guarantee you there's a lot of dumb shit.
KFC too. Radio. Barstool Sports.
Yeah, see, podcast isn't just innovation, or not even innovation. It's not completely great.
I don't think so.
It's like TV, man.
iTunes Psychic. That's the ticket to fame.
iTunes Psychic?
Be a psychic.
We got to get
just
on
make
there.
Shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Just make up the most outrageous thing ever.
I'm having a vision.
Oh, man.
Orbs.
Well, this was great, man.
Yes.
I'm glad you came on.
Thank you.
It's
what time is it?
It's like 5 o'clock.
Are we killing time? Wow.
We're killing time.
When did it start?
I don't know. I think it's been like about an hour and a half, 2 hours almost.
Wow. They really do fly.
Mm-hmm. They fly by.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah. I think we're gonna go to that movie at like 6, so we should wrap this up.
Okay.
So
wrap it up.
Come back
it's been
on.
Real.
Come back on.
Let's do it again.
All right, sounds good. When my brother comes home, we'll do like a threesome kind of dealio.
Yeah.
Or...
Get more ideas going.
Yeah, dude. We'll get deeper, and deeper. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right,
thank
man.
you so much for having me. It's been an honor,
dude.
This is gonna blow up.
This went good.
The kids are gonna listen to this.
I'm glad.
Millennial 2 version.
Right.
Whatever.
What's your last name?
Snage.
Snage. I didn't know how to pronounce it. Kyle Snage.
It's Syrian.
All right, man.
I'm not a terrorist either.
Know. So you're in the loop now.
I am.
You're coming on.
The loop with Cody Wright.
That's right. All right, brother. Sounds good. All right. Ha 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 ha!